Back live at the Coliseum, Shane Alvarani, Robbie Irons. Tonight, no scores. We are just getting ready to get underway here. It is regular season finale weekend. We got Wheeling here tonight, and then Cincinnati, our first round opponent, will be here tomorrow for a 5 o'clock start time. First 20 minutes up on the clock, and we are set to go as we will have Garrett Thompson taking the opening drop. And now we're underway. Maggio gets it into the Komet zone, played up along the near side. Maggio gets it into Wheeling territory. It is going to go over into the corner. Now back behind the net. Sean Sadlowski lays someone out, comes up along the near side. Apt gets rid of the puck, going to come all the way down. And it's Leonard going to bang it off the wall. Coming forward. It's off the stick of Bobby Shea. Apt goes along the far side. That's going to be tipped, and that'll go out of play.
Just getting started, so they haven't done a lot yet. Moving the puck, get a little feel of each other. Haven't played a minute yet of the period.
I haven't seen Wheeling since February 16th when the Komets defeated them 4-3.
Yeah, not much for them to play for other than the pride and the last game of the season as a team together, so it'll be a little dangerous. They get a lead.
Puck comes into the Wheeling zone, back behind the net. Played over. And now all the way into the Komet zone. Bartus doesn't have a play on. That'll be icing. So we'll come on down, have another drop in the Wheeling zone.
Of course, the Komets one game left. Cincinnati tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock. And then, as it always seems, you lead right into the playoffs against them. So we'll see how long that series goes, but it should be a good one. Both teams very well-skilled scoring teams.
And it will be the second time in as many years we start the playoffs with the team that we play the last game against. And here's the Komets with a shot. First one goes on the net, and Morrison makes the save. So Morrison got the left leg out there, and we'll have a face-off coming up again in the Wheeling zone. This time opposite face-off dot to the left of Morrison.
New different jerseys for the Komets tonight for a special promotion, so
Marvel
different look in it. Yeah.
Kravchenko will take the drop. Tied up on the dot, comes up along the near side. Now it's going to come all the way back below the goal line. Spinozzi comes up to the blue line. Now it's going to trickle into the neutral zone. Going to come back the other way where it's intercepted by the Nailers. They'll bring it into the zone. Coming in on Bartus. Can't get a shot off. Comes in the corner. Now it comes loose, and here come the Komets. Trying to transition here. Puck comes over onto the near side. Here's Martineau on the near wing. Lost the puck. Tiffels going to lose it also back to Desjardins. That's now going to go into the neutral zone. Now dump back into the Wheeling end. And the Nailers have got it in their own zone. Just underway, no score. As Brown up along the left side into the Komet zone, flips it forward. Bartus will stop it with a stick, and he puts it over onto the far boards. And it's going to be cycled down low into the corner. Now Bonus comes in. Here's a shot. Bartus will make the save.
Yeah, that was in close. A little bit of puck bouncing around. He batted it out of the air, and Bartus smothered it between the pads, got the whistle, and the faceoff will stay in the Komet zone. Komets, of course, with a big win last night in Toledo. Nice to go up there, beat them anytime in Toledo, especially 8,500 people in the stands watching it. They had to be real happy, but good win for the Komets last night on the road.
Komets with the puck. Here's Fraze going to come down on Morrison. He'll take a shot. And Fraze, one of those guys who we signed out of St. Norbert, looking pretty good out there as he got a shot in on Morrison. Comes up to the top. Here's a shot by Soul. That's going to whistle wide. Binkley sneaks into the corner. Binkley going to go back behind the net. He had a goal last night. Going to come up to Cody Soul. Pass is going to go behind Binkley, and it's going to clear the zone. Komets got to get back. Now it's sent all the way back in. Petruzzelli dumps it in, and here come the Wheeling Nailers. On the far side, it's fed forward. Now back into the Komet zone. It's Bobby Shea. His pass is going to be tipped. Now it comes out in front to Sorkin. Sorkin got his pocket pick, and the Komets are going to go back the other direction. They'll carry it over the line. Here's a drop pass. That's going to be interrupted by Apt, and back behind the net.
There's
It is
check.
Danny Fick up along the near side. Now we've got a scrape in the corner, and here's a shot on Morrison that goes wide, but Dan Maggio trying to get away from Sorkin. Sorkin is pounded away at Maggio. Now Maggio counterattack.
They're both going at it now.
Here we go. Maggio's got the helmet off now. Now he's squaring up to him. And now Maggio with a big right hand. Oh, Sorkin goes down.
He caught him.
Oh, Maggio wasn't quite sure how to take that as Sorkin just kind of jumped on him. And Maggio was trying to get away, but then, hey, I got to drop him. And Maggio taking care of business.
Yeah, he got one good haymaker in, and that was enough to finish the fight as they both went down to the ice. Head to the penalty box. They'll both have 5 for fighting. I don't think it's going to be a penalty that upset everybody. Maggio got in there and popped one of their defensemen pretty solid with a body check, and that's what got it all stirred up and started. So we'll see what the penalties all come out. Linesman and referee over there talking, which is dangerous.
So there's no tomorrow for Wheeling, so they can let it all out. Here's Danny Fick down there. Yep. He is talking to Maggio, or talking to the Comet bench.
Well, they got another man going in the penalty box, so they've got an extra penalty out of it. Comets just with the one man, Maggio, in the box.
Yeah, and Maggio, I don't think he was really prepared. He tried to skate away from Sorkin, but Sorkin just wouldn't let him go. Just grabbed his jersey, and then finally Maggio figured out that he had to drop the gloves. So a nice little scrap there as Maggio gets the better. Oh, that's Apt, actually. He was fighting number 18, not Sorkin. And referee and the linesman still talking things over as he dropped Apt with 2 good right hands right at the tail end of that bout. So we are still trying to sort this out. 17:15 to go in the first. Nice crowd on hand here on this final Saturday night of the regular season. And the Comets are already going to be number 1 in attendance in the ECHL average attendance. And another nice crowd expected tomorrow night as well. Tomorrow night we will have an extended post-game show as we'll have the end-of-season awards.
2 minutes roughing, 5 minutes fighting. For Wheeling's number 5, Danny Fick, a 10-minute misconduct. For the Comets, number 7, Daniel Maggio, 5 minutes fighting. Time penalties, 2 minutes, 45.
And there you have it. The Comets will pick up a power play.
Yeah. 2 minutes for roughing and then the 5 minutes for fighting. He was more the aggressor, went after Maggio. Wheelers were complaining that Maggio got a pretty high body check on their defenseman, which started everything, but didn't come across. Comets on power play.
And here we go. No score, but the Comets working a man up. Desjardins to the blue line to Martineau. Now it's Lowney back on the far side. They're going to drop it down low. Here's a centering play and a shot and a save made.
Under the net.
Up to the blue line. Here is Lowney. Lowney on the near side. Martineau. Nice cross-ring pass. Going to be tipped, however. But digging for it is Desjardins. Back below the goal line. Now it's swiped around here on the air boards. Martineau comes in. Going to go back behind the net. Comets looking to set something up. Still on the power play. Back on the far side. Here is Thompson. He is going to go through the blue paint and back on the near side. It is Martineau. Here's a shot. Save made by Morrison. He'll hang on. And no, it's going to be loose. Going to come all the way up top of the blue line. Lowney has a man on the far side. Center. Shot. Score!
Oh, yeah, nice pass.
Gabriel Desjardins will get the goal.
Pass from the point to the corner to the half slot, right in front of the net. Desjardins right on the stick, snap, good wrist shot past the goaltender. Power play Comets. Good goal.
And Desjardins' 32nd of the season. He leads the team in goals scored. It's a power play goal for the Comets, and they are up 1-0.
Desjardins' goal. 3:34 of the period, power play, nice passing play. They were patient, waited, got it to the man they wanted to. Good shot, glove side, beat the goaltender.
43rd power play goal for the Comets this season as a team. As Gabriel Desjardins gets the Comets on the board. Puck up along the far side after the face-off from center ice, and Nailers get it into the Comet zone. Up along the far side. Here's the shot. Bartus makes the save. Couldn't corral it in. Play will continue. Up along the near side, it is Garrett Mears to the blue line. Shot knocked down. Now it rolls to Bartus, and he'll make the easy stop.
Got deflected to him. Bartus just held on. Get the whistle as the Comets start running around a little bit. Haven't played 5 minutes yet. Face-off will stay in the Comet zone for the draw.
Face-off coming up. It'll be to the right side of Garrett Bartus. Dennis Kravchenko and Ryan Lowney with the assist on the goal from Desjardins. And the face-off will go to the right of Bartus. Sorkin will take the face-off. And it banks into the corner. Here's Leonard. Leonard up along the near side, and it's going to scoot up along the far boards. And now down low into the corner. It is Leonard. Leonard gives it a look, plays it ahead. And now right through the neutral zone. Komets come forward to the Martineau over on the far side. Here is a shot. It's going to be blocked. Now it gets on Morrison. He'll make the stop, and he'll grab a hold.
Bobby Shea in real tight there was the one that got the puck, made a nice little deke, threw it at the net there, hoping somebody could get a deflection, but the goaltender Morris jumped out very quickly and grabbed on. Good action by the Komets. Shea to the net.
Face off to the right of Morrison. 1-0 Komets, 15:39 to go in the first period.
Thomas Sidlowski out there.
And the puck is dropped, and it's controlled by the Nailers. Tiffels sends it forward. It's going to trickle into the Komet zone. Nice play there by the Komets. They send it back out. And back the other way, Sean Sidlowski traveling forward up along the near side. Couldn't get to it. Now a cross-ring pass by Garrett Thompson. Will find the stick of Justin McDonald. Donald going to go back behind the net. Gives it a look. Pumps it upstairs to the blue line. And it's going to be tipped, but the Komets able to keep it in. Back up along the near side. McKernan flips it around. Now Sean Sidlowski in the corner. Sidlowski backhander trying to go up to the point. It's knocked away, and here come the Nailers back the other direction. It's going to be Cam Brown. He will carry it across the line. Brown now peels off, tried to throw it out in front of the net. It's going to come into the corner, banks off the wall, and the Komets swoop it up. They go back behind the net, and Cody Soul controls the puck. Back behind the net, it's Ryan Lowney. Lowney will take his time.
Looking for a setup. Here he comes, Desjardins.
And Desjardins on the far side scoots forward with it. He gains the wheeling line. Dish is off, going to go right back to Desjardins. Pass was broken up, but here's a shot that is going to go off the side of
Cody
Morrison.
Soul winding up.
And now here's a blast. Yep, that is tipped and out of play.
I think he was surprised it came to him, bouncing in the air a little bit. He bounced it in front of him, took a pretty good whack at it, and went straight up over the glass into the mesh. So Cody a little surprised with that puck coming to him as quick as it did. Line change Komets. Face-off will stay in the Komet zone. Martinez out there taking the draw.
Face-off to the right of Morrison. And it goes into the corner. Gabriel Desjardins on the far side. And it's tangled up along that far boards, and it's Kravchenko getting it loose, coming up to the blue line. Here's a shot. That's going to go wide. Stepping up is Leonard. Out comes back up to the blue line. Now Kravchenko, pass over to Leonard here on the near wing. He goes back behind the nets. Komets pick it up. Martineau. He's fighting for it. Comes down low into the corner. Nailers trying to dig it out. They can't do it. It's tied up here on the corner. Now back below the goal line. Banked upstairs to the blue line. It's going to go over the stick of Leonard out of the zone.
Nice play to protect.
Komets play it back forward, but now the Nailers are back in their own zone. Here's Schultz. Schultz on the left side. Gardner tries to get it back into Komet territory. It's intercepted. Here come the Komets back the other way. Shot. Morrison the save. And Morrison hanging on with 13:32 to go in the first. Komets up 1-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
When was the last time your family visited Richard's Restaurants? Richard's Restaurants have been serving home-style meals like Grandma made for over 50 years. Wholesome meal choices for my family, prepared from fresh ingredients. I appreciate the love they put into every meal. My kids love the home-baked desserts prepared in the Richard's Farm Kitchen. Richard's Restaurants, old-fashioned in a good way. Richard's Restaurants.
And now, back to Komet Hockey.
Komets up by a goal here in front of the home crowd at the Coliseum as Brown scoots it forward into the Komet zone. Up along the far boards, comes into the corner. And now the Nailers have got the puck in the Comet zone. Controlling the puck, it's Brown down low. He is met in the corner by Ryan Lowney. Lowney tries to keep it down there. It's going to come loose. Here's a shot going to be blocked, and the Comets come away with it. Up top of the blue line, here on the near side. Banging it off the wall. Now it's going to come over onto the far side. Lowney will pick it up. Throws it into Mason Baptista in the wheeling zone. Into the corner. Baptista taken out. Out front. Here's Sidlowski with a shot. It's just tipped wide.
In pretty close as the puck come to Sidlowski. He couldn't get the stick stretched out to be able to do anything other than just for a little flip shot. Goaltender was right there, got a piece of it, and deflected it over. But Sidlowski, of course, looking for as many points as he can get before they go against Cincinnati tomorrow.
I wasn't expected to play this weekend, but he is in there tonight with a 2-point lead on Jesse Schultz of the Cincinnati Cyclones for the ECHL scoring title. Face off to the left of Morrison. Here's a blast. It's going to go wide. Morrison never saw it. Into the corner. And here is up top. Here he comes. Soul with a blast and the save by Morrison. Back on the far side. Comes out to McDonald. He will throw it back into the corner. Garrett Thompson tracks after it to the blue line. Binkley with a shot. No, it just goes wide. And now back behind the net. McDonald. He fights for it. And now he is tangled up with Ross McMillan. And it comes out in front of the net. Nailers are there, going to come off the wall all the way down. And Cody Soul back at his own blue line. Off the wall to Sidlowski. Carrying it back over is McDonald. McDonald in the corner, had a man cutting in. And it's broken up by Morrison. Binkley on the near side avoids a check from Josephs. But now Josephs will get the puck loose. And he'll bring it into the Comet zone. Josephs taking a shot. It's going to go back below the goal line. Joseph with it. And he lost it to Bobby Shea. Shea will skate in front of his own net up along the far side. Shea was tripped up on the play, doesn't get a call. And now we go back behind the net here in the wheeling zone. Into the corner. Here's Gabriel Desjardins with it. Desjardins gets it to Garrett Thompson. Thompson in the corner, double team down there. Now he lost an edge, and now Sorkin brings the puck forward again. Back on the far side, Spinozzi into the Comet zone off the blocker of Garrett Bartus. Bobby Shea with it. Pumps it up on the far side. And here is Martineau trying to get it over the line, and he does. Or that's Petruzzelli, really. There's shot.
Offside at the blue line.
Will not count. Yep, that will be offsides.
That'll bring the draw outside the blue line again. They'll get her all lined up at 11:07 to go in the period. Comets had 1-0 on a power play goal at 3:34. Desjardins, his 31st of the season. Kravchenko and Lowry were the assists.
Face-off just outside of the wheeling blue line. Far face-off dot. And here's the puck. It's Petruzzelli. Gets to Fraze at the center line. Back at the blue line of the Nailers. Going to go off the wall and all the way down in the Comet zone. It's Fraze to Lowney. Far side. Held in by the Nailers. That's Loic Marcotte up along the near boards. Now it's going to be played up to the blue line. Here's a shot that's going to be blocked by Fraze. And the Comets get it up along the far side. It's Petruzzelli coming up along the far boards. He is met there. And now it's going to go back behind the net. Back into the corner. Comets have it. Now pump it upstairs to the blue line over the stick of Lowney. And Lowney's got to drop back for it. Lowney all the way back into his own zone. Moves it over to Mason Baptista. Back on the far side. And it's Lowney bringing it across the line. Going to push it off the wall. And it's going to come down into the corner. It's Cam Brown for the Nailers. He's got the puck, drifts forward with it, and now he sends it ahead all the way into the Comet zone. No icing as Cody Soul up along the near side. Going to give it up to Dan Maggio. Maggio off the wall. And now a long cross ring pass going to come into the wheeling zone. And it is going to be Garrett Thompson and Dan Maggio. Maggio taking off the play back behind the net. Now up along the far side. Here's a shot by Soul. No good. Comes back up to the blue line. Another shot. That is going to be tipped wide. And Dan Maggio trying to kick it cleanly into the corner, and he does. Maggio up along the far side. Gloves it out of the air. Comes up to the blue line. Forced out of there. And here's Cody Soul. Soul all the way back into his own zone. Now he's taking off the play. Here's a shot, and they score. Oh!
No penalty on it.
Wow, Cody Soul was mugged from behind.
Yeah.
taking off the puck, and they score, and the booze coming down.
Yeah, they looked like they had a lasso on him. They had it in a stick way above his head. They kept hooking him. He couldn't get his stick off. No call on it. They steal the puck, and I think Bartus back there in the net was more surprised than anybody.
I think he was probably waiting for the whistle to blow for a penalty, because Cody Soul was just absolutely mugged. He had the puck, and he went back into his own zone. And like you said, Robbie,
there's a hook right there.
It was hooked.
There it is again.
He was hooked 3 times, and then he went down. But the goal is going to stand. All right. Well, 1-1 is the score. And here is Dennis Kravchenko up along the far side. It's going to be brought down into the Wheeling zone, coming into the corner. And now here's Bobby Shea. Shea into the near side corner. He's pushed up against the glass. And now everybody piling up. Now the puck gets loose. Here's Desjardins. Going to go down low. Here's a centering play. It's broken up. Kravchenko got dumped. And now the Wheeling Nailers have got the puck. Coming up to the blue line on the far side. Arabane will throw it over onto the far board, or the near boards. And now Apt will go back into his own zone. We're tied at 1, 8:39 to go in the first. And on the far side, Tiffles to Garrett Mears. Now Tiffles will bring it across the line. Tiffles with a shot. That's going to go out of play. And that will get us down to 8:30 to go in the first. We're tied at 1. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital of Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets, and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Ready for a new apartment? You don't have to look far. St. Joe Place has everything you could ever want in an apartment complex. Internet, cable, washer, and dryer. It's all included in your monthly rent. There's also a basketball court, an outdoor grilling area, pool, and hot tub, and the list goes on and on. St. Joe Place is leasing 2- and 4-bedroom apartments and now offering 3 bedrooms. Living at St. Joe Place Apartments, you'll quickly realize how great the staff and apartments really are. Call 444-3000 or visit stjoeplace.com. You're listening to Comet Hockey.
We have got a 1-1 game here in the first period at the Coliseum. 8:30 left to go. Face-off will be to the left of Garrett Bartus. And it will be number 21, Cam Brown, to take the face-off with Dennis Kravchenko. And it comes into the corner. Komets play it forward. Nice pass going to go to Desjardins. He's going to cut in the goaltender. Backhander goes wide. And up along the near side. It is in front of the net now, and it's broken up. And back come the Wheeling Nailers. On the left side, Marcotte catches up to the puck. Carries it over the Comet line, and they're going to set up here in the corner. Here's a shot save made. Bartus trying to make the grab, and he does, and he'll hang on to it.
A bad angle shot by Wheeler, but on the net, Bartus had to be sharp to be able to get it and hold on to the rebound from the bad angle shot. 8:04 to go. We got a tie score at 1. Very controversial.
Yeah, without Cole. Not without controversy tonight.
Yeah, he got everybody talking about that one.
Referee tonight is Sean Fernandez. Linesmen Jake Davis and Eric Frank. Face on to the left of Bartus, and Sorkin for Wheeling. He's going to get kicked out. Insert Josephs, and Baptista will take the draw. Coming up top to the blue line. Here's a blast. That's going to be knocked away. Goes straight up in the air, and Josephs brings it down. Comes into the corner. Met there by Cody Soul, and he is going to get around Soul. Going to come up along the near side. Josephs now cutting down over on to the side of Bartus. Doesn't get a shot off, and he drops it into the corner. Sorkin puts it out in front. Knocked aside. Back behind the net, Baptista. Now chasing after it is Petruzzelli. He will unload the puck down in the Wheeling zone. Here's Morrison. Morrison back below the the goal line. Flips it over onto the far boards. And now it's going to be sent up along the near side here near the Wheeling bench, where it's grabbed by Sean Sadlowski. Backhander up along the far side. And it will be a Wheeling Nailers puck. Owen Hedrick will get it into the Comet zone, and it's Cody Soul. Soul going back behind the net, now up along the far side. And now it's sent all the way into the Wheeling zone. Tapped up along the far boards, being chased by Maggio. And now Barabane, he will pick it up, going to bank it off the wall, getting into the Comet zone. Bobby Shea with a nice play, comes into the corner. Comets pick it back up to the blue line, and now it's going to get over the line into the neutral zone. And it's Dan Maggio. Maggio on the right side, gets around a check from App, but he lost the puck. Comes up to Shea here on the right side point, and now it's going to be brought into the neutral zone, now into the Comet zone. Look like a 2-on-1. Here's Mears coming in, trying to turn Garrett Bartus inside out, but Bartus got the right leg on it. Garrett Thompson, he has got the puck. Now he's got a man on the right side. It's Sean Sadlowski. He'll carry it across the line. Now Garrett Thompson trying to get it to McDonald. It's broken up, and the Nailers come back the other way.
And Dan.
He has got it. He'll carry it across. Another 2-on-1. Shot, score.
Come off the wrong wing. He had a man break into the net. I think he got Bartus moving a little bit, leaning that way. Let a pretty good shot go. Top shelf. Wheelers go ahead 2-1.
6:17 to go in the first. The Nailers take their first lead of the game.
13:47 that came at.
We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find frank advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OMNIBUY, 855-666-4289.
This is Comet Hockey.
Here we are.
Comets coming in on a breakaway, just missed it wide.
Desjardins couldn't put it in the short side.
Yeah, it was Kravchenko, got Morrison out of the net. He missed it behind him. Desjardins, like you said, back on the back door, couldn't get it home. And now Cam Brown will get it into the Comet zone, up along the far side, coming into the corner. Brown back on the far side again. Nailers have got it to the blue line, and it's just gonna, no, it will not get over the line. Comes into the corner. And Petruzzelli will scoop it up for the Comets. Got a man on him.
That'll be icing.
Down. That will be an icing on the Comets with 5:20 to go in the first.
Yeah, the Comets had a clear-cut breakaway. They deked the goaltender, throw it across the open net, and Desjardins got too far deep, could not tuck it back in on the goaltender. And again, Wheeling dodges the bullet there. Still 2-1 Wheeling, 5:20 to go in the game, period.
Face off to the left of Bartus. And it will be Sorkin for Wheeling. And Dennis Kravchenko will take it for the Comets. Here's Ryan Lowney playing it off the glass. And near the Comet bench, puck is rolling out to the center line. And now the Nailers get it forward. Sorkin over the line, lost it to Petruzzelli, going to come off the wall. Now on the near side, Baptista will carry it across. He is going to hit Fraze out in front. Now here's a shot by Petruzzelli. Just goes wide. Back up along the near side. And the Nailers have got the puck. Rolling puck to the center line where Sorkin unloads it here on the left wing. It's going to be Gardner taking a shot, and that's going to hit the safety screen. And we will get a face-off coming up in the Comet zone.
Still pretty good action end-to-end right now. Pretty wide open. But you got to expect that from Wheeling. They got nothing to lose. All they want to do is go. And they're making the game a pretty wide open affair right now. Shots on goal, 9 by the Comets, 7 by Wheeling. Both goaltenders have been tested well.
Final game for the Wheeling Nailers. They were eliminated from the playoffs last night. Face off to the right of Bartus. And it goes into the corner. Bobby Shea flips it ahead. It's going to come down off the stick of App and all the way into the Wheeling zone. Schultz will toss it in on Bartus. He'll glove it down, and he's going to keep it there with Mears bearing down on him. So the face-off coming up in the Comet zone. It's going to be to the right of Bartus with 4:32 to go in the first. Komets down 2-1.
Face off in the Komet zone. 4:32 to go in a period. Komets back at it tomorrow. Cincinnati here at 5 o'clock.
Garrett Thompson on the drop, goes into the corner, and here's Jason Binkley. Binkley sends it ahead. Bouncing puck goes into the wheeling zone. Here is App. Back up along the far side, he finds Garrett Mears. Mears over to Schultz. Schultz on the left wing. He'll bring it forward. Coming in on Bartus. Going to go back behind the net. Tries to center it. Nice play by Garrett Thompson. Comes up to the blue line and now out of the zone. Now it's not going to be deflected into the Komet bench. Gary Graham with a nice little grab down there, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone with 4:10 to go in the first.
Line change for the Komets. Line change for Wheeling. Fresh troops on the ice. Keep the pace up, guys.
Komets are wearing special Marvel jerseys tonight. It is the Captain America jersey, so we got a few guys playing with different numbers tonight. And the puck is dropped, tied up on the dot as McDonald will give it a push, and it's going to go into the wheeling zone. Off the wall, and the Komets will keep it in only for a moment as Tiffles takes a wide turn. Backhander all the way into the Komet zone, and to the neutral zone we go. Back all the way into the wheeling end. And it's over to Schultz. Now onto the left side. Wheeling taking their time here in their own zone. They're up by a goal. 3:39 to go in the first. Pass on the left side to Tiffles. He'll lose it to Desjardins. And Desjardins looks for a wide open man, and it is Martineau up along the far side. Comes all the way down into the corner. Back behind the net. But loose puck, and now it's going to be jabbed at into the corner. Back up along the near side. Brown is there. Now it's coming all the way up top of the blue line. On the far side, here's a shot. It is blocked, and it comes onto the near boards for McKernan. McKernan will swipe it around. And Martineau on the far side. And he's met there by Valente. Comes into the corner. It's Brown with it. Now Brown being chased by Baptista here in the wheeling zone. Moving up along the far boards. Puck comes to the face-off circle. Now it's going to get loose. It's Brown. Gets stood up by Lowney. Lost the puck, and it goes into the Komet zone. Up along the near boards, and that's going to be pushed all the way into the wheeling zone, and that will be an icing. With 2:40 to go in the first, we'll take a break. 2-1 Wheeling. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Hey, Komets fans, put a new truck in your driveway this hockey season. Take a test drive in a Chevy or GMC truck made right here in Northeast Indiana by your friends and neighbors in the UAW. Union members build quality into every full-size pickup that GM Fort Wayne Assembly builds. Union labor has been building trucks in Fort Wayne for over 30 years. Visit your local Chevy or GMC dealer and drive the union-made quality that makes buying a new truck such a great value. GMC and Chevrolet full-size pickup trucks, built by the hardworking men and women of UAW Local 2209. Put union-built quality to work for your family.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
2:40 to go in the first. Komets trail by a goal. And we've got a puck drop in the Komet zone. The Komets come away with it. Mason Baptista floats it into the wheeling zone. Fraze in the corner. Fraze is down there. Everybody tangled up now. And everybody down there, Sorkin down there, Baptista as well. Baptista gets it to the blue line, but over the stick of Bobby Shea. Into the Komet zone. Up along the left side, it's Joseph. So he will get it deeper into the corner. And now up along the far side, Baptista tracks after it, runs into Sorkin. And now it's knocked around, and it's Petruzzelli gets it up to the blue line. All the way down into the corner. And it's Sorkin, lost an edge, able to unload the puck back behind the goaltender, Bartus. Now it's going to move up along the near side, coming up top of the circle. Komets have got it. Baptista off the backhand. It's going to sail into the wheeling zone. And a drop it back is Hedrick. Hedrick back to Sorkin. Sorkin over the line. Shot. Save made by Bartus. Left the rebound. And it's going to be coming up along the near side. It is Sorkin. Sorkin to Gardner. Cross ice pass top of the circle. Going to get loose and out of the zone. Schultz drifts backwards. Barabane gets pushed off the play by Maggio. Now up along the far side, and it's going to creep over the line. Sean Sedlowski going to come into the corner. Sedlowski gives a look up top. Cody Soul with a shot, and save made by Morrison. And now coming back the other direction, it's Barabane over the line. Last man there is Cody Soul. Nice save there by Bartus. Now it comes up along the near side. We've got a penalty called with 1 minute to go in the first.
Going to give Cody Soul a holding penalty. He gets a
bad luck for Cody Soul.
Yeah, he gets a holding penalty. He got mugged by one of the nailers and got the puck stolen from him. Nothing called, so he's shaking his head right now as he goes in the box. It'll be first power play for Wheeling.
So a holding call on Soul. That will give Wheeling their first power play of the game.
1 minute in the period.
Nailers, one of the best power plays in the league, number 3, as they are in their final game of the regular season. So we've got 1 minute to go in the first. Shots are even up at 9. And the puck is dropped, comes into the corner. Going to play it off the wall for Desjardins. Komets on a penalty kill here. Cross ring pass goes to Jason Binkley. Komets played forward, tipped into the Wheeling zone. Morrison comes out. He will stop the puck. And the Wheeling Nailers have got the puck. They're on a power play, comes forward. Here's McKernan, gets turned around a bit, and they can't clear it, coming up to the blue line. Nailers looking to set something up here. Here's Apt on the left side. Cross-ring pass comes top of the circle. Now it's Schultz. Schultz to the blue line. Got a tip there for a moment by Thompson, but he gets it back. He's able to work it down low to Apt. Apt in the corner, pushes it upstairs. Here's Schultz creeping in. Here's a shot, misses wide, and on the far side. Gonna be cleared all the way down. And it will go into the Wheeling zone. Komets still with 1:06 to go on the power play for Wheeling, but only 4 seconds to go in the period. Tiffels in on Bartus. He'll stop the puck. Doesn't freeze it as the horn will sound, and the period will expire. 2-1 is the score. Wheeling with the lead, but a little good luck, I think, there for Wheeling, especially on that first goal.
Well, we said at the beginning of the game, Wheeling had nothing to lose. They're out of the playoffs. It's the last game of the season, so they're just playing wide open hockey right now, and the Komets are skating with them, which is what they have to do. But Wheeling just got a couple of bounces, a couple of breaks. The one, of course, that they stole the puck off of Cody Soul after they mugged him and took the puck. No call made on it. That could have turned the period around very quickly. But 2 goals by Wheeling, 1 by the Komets, a power play goal by the Komets early in the period at 3:34. But a pretty good, solid period by both teams. So be entertaining the next 2 periods.
And we all know the first period is always been the worst this season for the Komets. Komets get better as the game goes on, and that's what we'll have to do, as we'll still have some power play time to kill off. 1 minute to be exact, as Cody Soul went off for holding late in the period. We will take a break. Big City Cars, big intermission show coming up. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Miller Lite is the original light beer, and we'll always brew it to have more taste, with only 96 calories and 3.2 carbs. Because we believe that if you compromise on taste, you can taste the compromise. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2018 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Average analysis, 12 fluid ounces. Less than 1 gram protein, 0 grams fat.
The puck has dropped on another Komet season. And what better way to get ready to watch the K's than with a pregame party? Aunt Millie's Buns and Rolls and your party spread will put the biscuit in the basket for your guests. To face off with some great sandwich ideas for your party, visit AuntMillies.com. Whatever you put inside the sandwich, it's always a winner when you include Aunt Millie's Buns and Rolls. And speaking of winners, go Komets!
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. Bravo! It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Thank you! Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. kind of refreshing, isn't it?
For all your insurance needs, visit Jacob Insurance Service.
Life can be unpredictable. 1 minute everything's fine. In the next, you have a kid with a fever and it's already past 5. That's when you need Parkview First Care. We have extended hours, including evenings and weekends, convenient locations, and Parkview Physicians Group providers to make your whole family feel better. When you can't wait to see your doctor, go to the walk-in clinic that's part of the PPG community of care. Parkview First Care. Get in, get better, get going.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Vehicles as low as $595. Payments starting at just $79.
Dependable cars on a budget.
Over 20 price under $1,000. If other dealers have turned you down, we go to work when the others say no.
Big City Cars.
Want a bigger deal? Get up to $5,555 more than your car is worth. And as always, if we can't beat the competitor's deal, we'll give you the car for free.
Big City Cars.
See dealer for complete details.
Dock Dancers is the place you can find service 24 hours a day.
Hi folks, Pat Miller telling you the Dock Dancer will always do whatever it takes to keep you and your family cool in the summer and warm in the winter. And now they've teamed up with Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems to offer the right combination of Bryant brand equipment for your home. That includes central air units, Bryant furnaces, heat pumps, and advanced thermostat technology, including Bryant's Wi-Fi controls. Call the doc that loves to make house calls at 744-3251, 744-3251.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons with you here tonight. The Komets unfortunately trailed this one by a score of 2-1. Let's take a look at what has happened so far. Shots on goal is being brought to you by Combat Ops Arena, mission-based laser tag, mini bowling and arcade, and a cafe full of food and beer. Combat Ops Arena in Fort Wayne on Lay Road, just east of Lima. Shots on goal in that first period. The Wheeling Nailers put up 11. The Komets had 9. Recapping the scoring, Gabriel Desjardins got his team leading 32nd goal of the season at 3:34. Lowney and Kravchenko helped him out. It was on the power play. And then the Nailers got 2 unanswered to finish up the first period. Gardner, his 30th of the season. It went unassisted, 10:34. Certainly not without a little controversy, as Gardner got his 30th. Tiffel 16th at 13:43. Abt and Brown with the helpers. The Komets 1 for 1 on the power play. Wheeling, they are 0 of 1 as they are currently in the middle of their first power play, as Cody Soul is off for a holding. That came at 19 minutes of the first period. Adam Morrison, the starting goaltender for Wheeling, sees 9 shots, makes 8 saves. Garrett Bartus, 11 shots and 9 saves. And that is a look at what has happened so far here tonight. So we'll take a break and we'll come back and have a look at the playoff pictures. A lot of dominoes fell last night, as now the picture is becoming a little bit more clear. But the one race that is going to come down to probably tomorrow night is going to be that final spot in the Central Division. We will take a break, come back and look at the standings. You are listening to Common Hockey on WOWO.
Look at that mouth. That poor, parched mouth. What'd you eat for lunch? Chalk dust? Did your face storm a sandcastle? You're being awfully quiet. Is that because your mouth feels like the business end of a Dremel saw? Is it because your mouth just wrote a haiku and all 17 syllables were dry heaves? Right now, your mouth could be tongue bathing in the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Instead, it feels like you've been motorboating King Tut's sarcophagus. Show some mercy. Crack open an ice-cold Mountain Dew. You know your mouth wants you to. Do the deal.
Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's. Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at the Coliseum, nice crowd on hand as the Komets look like they're going to be the #1 team in attendance this year. Thank you, fans, for coming out all season long. Best fans in all of minor league hockey coming out and supporting the Komets tonight in the final weekend of the season. Wheeling here tonight. Tomorrow night it is Cincinnati, and that will be the team we now know for sure will be waiting for us in the first round of the Kelly Cup playoffs. Cyclones got a big win against Indianapolis 4-2 last night, and that hurt Indianapolis, as it looks like that final game tomorrow could decide the last spot in the Central Division. Right now, Kalamazoo and Indianapolis, they are tied 75 points. Kansas City 74 points, but Kansas City has played one more game as they will finish up their regular season tonight against Utah. So for Kansas City to get into the playoffs, they're going to need a lot of help. They're going to have to win tonight at Utah and then hope Kalamazoo and Indianapolis, they both lose tonight and lose tomorrow. That's the only way Kansas City will get in the playoffs. So as of right now, Kalamazoo, they are in, but that is just as of the minute. And it would be Toledo against Kalamazoo, a rematch of last year's first round in the Central Division. And the Komets will take on the Cincinnati Cyclones, and that's a rematch of the first round 2 years ago that went 7 games, as the Komets will open up that best-of-7 series here at the Coliseum next Saturday and Sunday. 7:30 is the start time for Saturday's game, and then 6 o'clock on Sunday, so a special start time. And you can get your tickets right now at the Coliseum ticket office for games 1 and 2. Games 3, 4, and 5 will be the following Thursday, and then on Saturday, and then if needed, it will be the following Sunday in Cincinnati. Then the series would shift back to Fort Wayne the following week. So let's move on to the Mountain Division, where now that has all been decided, but there still could be some movement as far as playoff positioning. Colorado, they have won the division. They are set in the first place. Idaho, they are in second spot, and that one has also been confirmed, but then things get a little weird. Allen, right now, they are in third place, 78 points, but the Wichita Thunder, they are behind them with 2 points. So Allen would have to lose, Wichita would have to win, and that would get them into a tie. And not sure who's got the tiebreaker there, but Allen, all they need is a point to lock up that third spot. So the playoffs in the Mountain are going to look like this. Colorado, they could be facing Wichita in that first round. Then you've got Idaho against Allen, but that one also is still up in the air. Another one that is up in the air, up north, where Wheeling, they were eliminated. We all know now the 4 teams that will be participating in the playoffs in that division, but we have no idea where any of these teams are going to land except for Worcester. They are set in that 4th spot with 80 points, but 1, 2, and 3, the Reading Royals right now in 3rd place, but they could jump all the way to the top spot if everything goes their way. That's just how close these 3 teams are. Adirondack with the win last night against Manchester, they went ahead of Manchester for the top spot, but they're only 1 point up on the Manchester Monarchs, and the Reading Royals are 2 points back of the top spot in 3rd place. So as it sits right now, Adirondack, they would host the Worcester Railers, and then Manchester would take on the Reading Royals. But that division is going to go down to tomorrow. In the South, that is the only one that is set. The Florida Everblades, they are going to be the #1 overall seed in the ECHL, 110 points. They will be facing the Atlanta Gladiators, who kind of sneak into the playoffs, just 69 points. And when you look at the other point totals of some of the teams that are not going to be participating, that's where you look at the way the Kelly Cup playoffs are set up, where you got each division, the 4 teams at the top in the division, four teams are going to go to the playoffs. That's where it kind of hurts there, as Atlanta just 69 points. You're going to have a team in the Central Division like maybe Kansas City with 74. They're not going to be in the playoffs, and you got Wheeling sitting at 77. But the Atlanta Gladiators get in with 69 points, and they will be playing the Florida Everblades. And the Florida Everblades have beaten Atlanta 10 straight times this season. South Carolina, they are going to be playing the Orlando Solar Bears in the first round. So that is a look at the Kelly Cup playoffs as of right now. Let's take a break, come back, and take a look at the scoreboard, see if anything has changed. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Keep your staff connected with Motorola two-way radios from ERS OCI Wireless, like the Komets do. ERS OCI Wireless is located on Earth Drive in Fort Wayne. They're a Motorola partner providing wireless voice and data systems to public safety, education, healthcare, and enterprise customers throughout Indiana for the past 68 years. Reach out to ERS OCI Wireless at 260-747-0584. That's 260-747-0584. Or online at www.ers-oci.com.
New year, new ride. It's the Start Something New sales event at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Huge savings across the board, like save thousands on remaining 2017 Chrysler Pacificas, as well as the brand new 2018s, or score huge bonus cash up to $3,000 off 2017 Journeys, plus huge savings on Challengers, Chargers, and up to $13,000 off select Rams. Oh my! The Start Something New sales event going on now under the giant American flag on Coliseum, or visit us online at glenbrookdodge.com.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, 2-1 Wheeling. That is our score as we head to the second period of play. Let's take a look at the Meyer out-of-town scoreboard tonight in the ECHL. I just went down the playoff scenarios, and we've got one game that has gone final. The Worcester Railers, they have defeated the Manchester Monarchs tonight. It has gone final 3-2. The Railers over the Monarchs, and that is going to hurt Manchester's chance to grab the top spot in the division. But Manchester, they have got an extra game to play. Adirondack will be playing their final game of the regular season tonight. As we take a look at the rest of the scores in the Central, Kalamazoo in a must-win situation, essentially. They are trailing the Brampton Bees 2-1 in the second period. That game being played in Kalamazoo. And we've got Reading at Norfolk, and the Reading Royals, they're up 2-1 on the Admirals. Admirals are already eliminated from playoff contention. Florida Everblades, they are up 1-0 on Jacksonville. Greenville 2, Atlanta nothing. South Carolina 1, the Orlando Solar Bears nothing in the second period. The Indianapolis Fuel, they're another team in a must-win situation. They are at home against the Toledo Walleye, and the Fuel are up 1-0. Remember, Kalamazoo will play Indianapolis in Indy tomorrow afternoon, and it could essentially be a play-in playoff game between those two teams. No score between Idaho and the Allen Americans. Rapid City, they are visiting the Tulsa Oilers. Cincinnati, they're in Moline, Illinois tonight as they're taking on the Mallards. They'll be here tomorrow afternoon. No score, 5:14 to go in the first. And Kansas City, they're another must-win situation. Their final game of the regular season, they're at Utah, and it is yet to start. And then Wichita, they're at Colorado tonight. That's a look at the Meyer out-of-town scoreboard. Don't forget the simple savings you get with Meyer M-Perks digital coupons and rewards. Sign up today at mperks.meyer.com. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Comet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186, about the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
If you're driving down the road and your car dies at the light, you know you've got to make it here, cause we can make it right. Bumping, thumping down the road, transmission's about to blow. We're the ones to fix it right. We're the name to know. Russ Moore. Russ Moore Transmissions. We're here to get you going.
If you suspect a transmission problem, come in and talk to the trusted leader in customer service for over 50 years, Russ Moore Transmission.
Russ Moore. Russ Moore. Russ Moore Transmissions. We're here to get you going.
Call Russ Russ Moore at 482-9414. We're on Coliseum Boulevard West and in Warsaw. Or visit us at russmore.com.
With 24 locations throughout Indiana, Ruoff Home Mortgage is proud of our hometown Komets and proud of our deep roots. For more than 30 years, our home loan experts have provided thousands of Hoosier families the best personalized mortgage experience. Home ownership begins here. Stop by any of our offices or apply online today at ruoff.com. Ruoff Home Mortgage is licensed by the Indiana DFI, license 109914. This is not an offer, an extension of credit, or commitment to lend. Equal housing lender.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. Both teams are retaking the ice. The Komets are down by a goal. 2 goals by the Wheeling Nailers, not without controversy, but that's what we've got to work with here tonight, as the Komets going to have to try and come from behind. It's something we've done all season long, especially as the game gets later and later. We've been a third period team, but hopefully we can take care of business here in the second. We will take another break. Second period coming up. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Hi, Comet fans. This is head coach Gary Graham. Everyone at Texas Roadhouse would like to give a big yee-haw to the Komets and their fans for voting Texas Roadhouse as the best steak in Fort Wayne. And as a thank you, just come in and visit Texas Roadhouse on game nights and receive your complimentary blossom when you wear your favorite Komet jersey. Check out the Komet Corner at Texas Roadhouse, home of the fall-off-the-bone ribs and hearty steaks, made from scratch sides, fresh baked bread, ice-cold beer, and legendary margaritas. Be there on game days with your favorite K's jersey and receive your free blossom from the Texas Roadhouse. Go Komets.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road has added some new members to the team. Introducing the all-new Chrysler Pacifica, the only minivan to win 2017 IIHS Top Safety Pick. Also, now on the starting lineup is the all-newly redesigned Jeep Compass. Capable, modern, and stylish, all wrapped into one. The new scrapper on the team is the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. With 707 horsepower, this secret weapon will leave the competition wondering what hit them. Daniel is a proud sponsor of Comet Hockey, and we invite all the fans to come experience the difference in your next car buying experience. See the complete lineup of new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks, all at O'Daniel on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online all the time at o'danielauto.com.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Just underway here in the second period. Shane Albarani, Robbie Irons here tonight. Komets looking to make it 2 in a row after that win last night against Toledo in Toledo. Got to kill off a power play here.
1 minute.
As Tiffles up along the near side, coming down low. Return pass to Tiffles. Tiffles again scoots it into the corner. Back down to Tiffles. Tiffles on the right side. Taking his time, comes into the corner. Now Tiffles again taking a shot. That one is blocked. Baptista moves it up to the blue line. Apt holds on to it.
Clear it.
And he's moving it over to Tiffles. Tiffles on the right side, dropping it down low. And it is Brown up top. Now back to Brown. Brown, top of the circle, comes down low. Komets doing a good job here. Tiffles comes down low. Give and go. Good save shot. Made. And it cleared the zone. Nice play by the Nailers, but a better save by Bartus.
Yeah, nice little give and go to the slot. One-timer. Bartus come up big.
And
all even, 5-on-5.
That'll do it for the power play. Mirabane up along the near side, carries it back into the Komet zone. Garrett Mears with a bad pass. That's going to get loose. And back into the Wheeling zone. Spinozzi right down the middle of the ice, feathers it in on Bartus. He'll stop it, and he's going to give it up to Maggio. Maggio on the far side, coming into the corner. Now we're going to go back behind the net. And Thompson trying to get to it, coming into the corner. Now played up along the near side. Birabane going to get it back down low into the corner. Met there by Lowney. Now it squirts loose, and it's Dan Maggio. Maggio will go back behind the net, gives it a look, and he will give it up to Ryan Lowney. Lowney, cross-ice pass, finds the tape of Justin McDonald. He stick handles around. He is checked on the play. Still has the puck. Now back behind that to Garrett Thompson. Thompson on the near side, coming into the corner. corner. Thompson centers it up, had a man. Morrison got his stick on it. And now back come the Nailers on the attack. Sorkin up along the far side, snaps one off. Save made by Bartus. He'll hang on to it. Had to look behind him, but he was
sure he had it. Shot was up high on the stick side. He got it under the armpit. Unfortunately, it caught in the equipment. He held on, made the save. Face off and a change from both teams on lines.
Face off to the right of Garrett Bartus.
Face off just inside the Komet zone.
It's going to be Kravchenko to take the draw. And the puck is tied up. Going to go off the end boards. Cody Soul whips it around. Gabriel Desjardins catches up to it here on the left wing. Going to drop it back to Binkley. Now over to Cody Soul. Soul flips it ahead. Puck going to trickle down here into the corner. Desjardins gets tangled up on the play. And now Petruzzelli tries to help out. Now it comes up along the near side. It's going to get all the way out and down into the Komet zone. Here's Binkley. Binkley off the backhand. Cody Soul takes a wide turn, rumbles forward, goes right down the middle of the ice, gives it now to Desjardins. Got a man in front. It was Kravchenko. Kravchenko puts it out in front. It's loose. And a save made by Morrison. He'll pick it up.
Yeah, they snuck that along the short side into the goal crease. Morris scrambled around for it, got a piece of it, and was able to get the whistle. But a little sneaky play to slide her in the goal crease.
Face off to the right of Adam Morrison. 2-1 Wheeling. 17:09 to go in the second period. It will be Mason Baptista on the drop with Cam Reed. And Brown, comes up along to the near side. Here is Bobby Shea trying to stick handle around. Comes into the corner. And it's Baptista trying to get loose. Goes back behind the net. Lost the puck, and the Nailers stick it into the corner. Now up along the far side, and the Nailers are now getting it free. It's going to trickle down to the Komet blue line, knocked back on the left side. Petruzzelli will get it over to Mason Baptista right there at the blue line, and it's going to creep over. And now Tiffles will get it over the line. Tiffles on the right side. Gives it a look, going to lose the puck to Baptista. He'll clear the zone. And Fraze was the intended target. Fed him a little bit too far out in front. He was at the end of the shift, and the Komets will change it up. Nailers have got the puck. They're bringing it forward. Here's a shot that's going to be tipped, and it's go on the near side. Bobby Shea gives it a jab, and it's going to be McDonald. Komets got numbers. They cross over. Here we come. That's going to go wide. Bobby Shea tracking after it. Now it's going to be pushed all the way in to the Komet zone. Yep, that will be an icing call, and we will take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Trust the doctors at IPFW Athletics and the Fort Wayne Komets Trust. Aaron Chiropractic is well known for providing quality yet cost-effective care for sports injuries, muscle, and joint problems. They're one of the only clinics in the region to provide its patients with pain relief utilizing numerous therapies, including acupuncture, massage, and rehabilitation. Aaron Chiropractic is conveniently located in Northeast Fort Wayne. Find us on the web at aaronchiro.com or call 492-8811 to schedule an appointment.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services.
It comes up top of the blue line. It's going to be tipped, and it's going to go all the way out. Bartus will stop the puck. And Maggio lost it to McMillan. Back below the goal line behind Bartus. Comes into the corner. Fed up along the end boards. Maggio picks it up. Feeds it up along the wall.
Martineau to the net.
Now to Sidlowski along the far side. Sidlowski taking off the play. And the puck is going to come loose top of the right circle where it's picked up by the Nailers. Brought forward. Birabane with a shot save made by Bartus. And the Komets scoop up the rebound. Going to go off the wall. Here's Gabriel Desjardins to the center line. Over the line they come. Here he comes. Here's a shot by Kravchenko. He scores!
Nice goal.
5-hole on Morrison as Kravchenko got behind the D, and it is now tied at 2.
Yeah, nice three-way passing play. Cody Soul from the red line to the far winger, and as Kravchenko was breaking down the wing, he took the pass on stride, one quick wrist shot between the legs. They tie it up at the 4:57 mark.
Even strength goal for the Komets, number 19 on the season for Kravchenko. And we are tied at 2. 15:03 to go in the second. And the Komets pull even with Wheeling. Now the Nailers coming down. Odd man chance, and they score. Sorkin beats Bartus to the glove side. And just like that, it is now a one-goal game again.
And that came like 2 seconds after, didn't it?
Yeah, so not sure what the record is for the quickest goal after a Komet goal. So they took that right from the face-off.
You know, they had a 2-on-1. He looked the other way to pass off. They took the quick wrist shot and beat Bartus. They go back up 3-2.
All right, good feeling gone. As the Komets bring it forward again. Here is McDonald in the corner. Komets down by a goal. McDonald up along the near side. Comes up to the blue line. McDonald gives it a look, taking a shot. Morrison the save, lost it for a moment. And now the Nailers looking to break it out. They're going to come across the line. McDonald with a nice job, getting it over to, that's Garrett Thompson. And now McDonald will feather it back into the Wheeling zone. Gonna go back below the goal line. Danny Fick battles with McDonald up along the far boards. And it's gonna be moved forward by Marcotte. He will flip it into the Komet zone. And now on the far side, Komets have got the puck. It is Leonard back into the Wheeling zone. Bouncing puck, and it goes into the glove of Morrison.
That. Yeah, he'll get a whistle. He's seeing this action going end-to-end too much right now, so he grabs on and he'll take a whistle, and everybody will get a break here. 2 quick goals, second period. Wheeling controls it at 3-2.
Face off to the left of Morrison. Mason Baptista on the draw. Now the puck is dropped, goes off the wall. Here's a shot. Morrison with the nice glove save.
Right from the point. Komet defenseman McDonald. Right off the draw. Let her fly. He got it on the net. Nice save. McCurran.
Face off to the left of Morrison, and the Nailers will get a late line change.
Komets stay pat up front. Change the defense.
Baptista will take it. And it comes up to the blue line. Maggio with a rip. That is going to be blocked. And Garrett Mears comes up with it for the Nailers. Mears will come across the line. And it comes into the corner where it's picked up by Baptista. Baptista off the backhand finds Ryan Lowney. Lowney back behind the net. Up along the far side. He picks up Dan Maggio. Maggio skates forward with it. Backhander into the zone. Fraze back for the Komets in the corner. In up along to Petruzzelli back on the far side. And it goes back to Maggio. Maggio tangled up on the play. It's going to go all the way here on the near side, and the Wheeling Nailers pick it up. Garrett Mears has got it. Moves it ahead. It's going to be picked off by Kravchenko. Now over to Ryan Lowney. Lowney on the far side. He will carry it over the line. Lowney now with a path. Taking a shot. Just goes wide. Back on the near side. Kravchenko getting in there. And now it's going to be moved forward by Mears. Mears up along the, or it's going to be Desjardins now to Lowney. And Lowney gives it up to Desjardins on the right side.
Looking for somebody around the net.
Line. Yep, nothing there. Going to look for Cody Soul. He gets hit off the play, and that's going to go up top of the blue line. Kravchenko mans the point. Up onto the far side, it is Desjardins. Couldn't handle the pass, and now Kravchenko gets in the way of things, but Tiffels, he controls the puck in his own zone. Tiffels will take a long turn up along the far side, skates with it. Now he is going to dump it into the Komet zone. Bartus is there, plays it off the end boards, and now it's Cody Soul, backhander. Going to feed it up along the far wall. It's going to be the Nailers have got the puck at the blue line. Komets crowd him, and now it's going to be tipped back into the neutral zone. Flipped into the Komet zone, and back behind the nets. Here is Jason Binkley with it.
Right up the middle.
Binkley down the middle of the ice, backhander into the zone, and the play is cut off by Valente. Komets come in front. Here's a shot, save made, loose puck, and it's still down.
Nice save, Morse.
Back on the near side, Sidlowski had a chance, and now the puck is going to come all the way down. Joseph grabs it, coming in on Bartus. He'll make the grab, and it's going to go to Bartus. He will cover it up. Everybody going into him.
Yeah, a little bit of grabbing and clutching and everything. No penalties being called on it as the puck slid towards Bartus. He goes down, make sure he gets a piece of it, and about 3 players slide into him and bump him out of the net. No harm. Face-off will stay in the Komet zone.
Adam Morrison with 2 big saves, one of them on Sean Sadlowski right before that play. Face-off will be to the right of Garrett Bartus. And Kravchenko going to come up to the blue line. Puck is going to get loose to Desjardins, trying to flatten it out, banks it off the wall, and it's going to go all the way down into the wheeling zone. It's going to be Kravchenko far side, feeds it to the blue line. Going to be off sides. The Nailers will pick it up on the far boards. Coming forward is McMillan, looking for Sorkin, intercepted, coming back the other direction.
2-on-1
on the left side, and Desjardins cut off by Schultz. Schultz takes it off of his stick, and Desjardins gets run into right in front of Morrison. Play will continue as McMillan comes across the line into the corner, drops it off to Sorkin. Sorkin gives it a look, cross ice pass to Apt on the point. Gonna go up along the far side. It's Sorkin with it, dropping it. That's McMillan rather, and now the Komets come away with it and being held up on the play. We've got a penalty call coming in on Morrison, and a save made, hanging on. Puck is loose, now it's in the net. Komets score.
Now they're going to count it too.
Petruzzelli with the goal.
He stuck at it. It ended up a break where there's a delayed penalty going to be called, but Petruzzelli stays with it. He dekes the goaltender, gets to the side of the net. The goalie makes the save, and he keeps poking at it. It comes loose, squirts in the net. Petruzzelli gets credit.
And Petruzzelli never gave up on that play. He got his first pro goal last night, gets number 2 tonight. And it came at a big time. We're now tied at 3. Back out to center ice we go as we see the replay. Petruzzelli breakaway on the delayed call. Morrison made the initial save.
There it is. Squared it out.
Petruzzelli never giving up. Got the loose puck and he knocked it in. So we are tied at 3. And that's Lowney with the puck off the wall and now into the wheeling zone. Here's Sadlowski to McDonald. Man in front. Oh, it's Sadlowski right on the doorstep, and Morrison closed it. And the puck now comes all the way into the Komet zone. Ryan Lowney with it. Lowney dances around in his own zone. Gonna find McDonald. McDonald down the middle of the ice. Plays it ahead. Chugging after it is Sadlowski. Into the corner. Sadlowski meets his man back behind the net. And it's gonna rim all the way out. And Ryan Lowney has got it back in the blue line. Lowney off the wall. And now Sean Sadlowski has got it. Sadlowski on the far side. And now it is Gabriel Desjardins. Desjardins back in the zone. Sending it back forward, and it's Kravchenko, backhander intercepted. Nailers come away with it. Up along the far side, shot save made by Bartus. Rebound is going to be picked up by Tiffles. Here's his shot, another one blocked that time by Lowney, and back down low. Back behind the net, it is Brown up top of the blue line. Cross ring pass, Valente. Here's a shot, that one is blocked as well. Jam back up to Valente on the blue line. He takes it off the boards, back behind the net. Kravchenko plays it around. And Martineau will get it to Desjardins. He'll flip it in. The Komets will get a change. 3-3 is our score. 9:26 to go in period number 2. Back behind the net here in the wheeling zone. It's Tiffles. And Tiffles to the blue line. Over to Danny Fick. Fick gets chased. He is going to find a man on the right side. Played off the glass. And it's going to come into the corner. Marcotte and Bobby Shea. They battle. And Bobby Shea gets the better of that matchup as he comes away with the puck. Now all the way into the wheeling zone. Look out. This will be an icing.
I thought he tipped it, but he didn't. Yep. That'll bring it all the way back into the Komet zone. 8:57 to go. We're tied at 3 right now.
Second period. That's where we are. And the face-off will be to the right, or the left of Garrett Bartus, it looks like. Yep. It'll be Sorkin and Baptista.
Komet zone. Drop the puck, guys. Let's go.
Tied up on the circle, comes into the corner. Bobby Shea plays it around. And now the Komets get it out all the way down. And the Komets in the corner. Here's Fraze, who gets bumped from behind. Petruzzelli in there. And also Mason Baptista. Sorkin, a little backhander, or the two-hander rather, right on the back of Baptista. Puck goes back behind the net. Baptista plays it upstairs. Here's his shot, saved by Morrison. Rebound. And it's going to be knocked away into the corner. Back on the near side, and the Nailers have got the puck into the Komet zone. And it is Sorkin coming down into the corner, tries to center it. McMillan tied up his man, and now the puck is going to get out of the zone. Going to come off the wall, and the Nailers bring it back into the attacking zone. Josephs with a shot. That is blocked. And now Apt in the corner. Going to stick handle around McDonald. Nice move. Goes back behind the net. Now up along the far side. Left the puck at the blue line. But Barabane's got it. Dropping it back. Here's Schultz. Schultz with a rip, and that one goes wide as well. Back behind the net. Here's Sean Sadlowski up along the far side. And it goes into the corner. Everybody working up along that far side. McDonald hits Garrett Mears. The puck is loose, and it's going to be Barabane. Loses it to Bobby Shea, and Shea now being chased. He's taken off the play. Penalty called. And Garrett Thompson has got it. And we have got a delayed call, a little extra time here for the Komets. Now the whistle will blow. And a tripping call coming up to Mears.
Power play Komets. Second of the game. Let's do it again, guys. They scored their first goal at 3:34 on a power play goal. We'll go back on power play time in the second period here.
So the power play returns to the Komets here. And the face-off will be to the left of Morrison. We will take a quick break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. Ooh la la.
What's got everyone so worked up, you ask? It's the taste of bold, decadent espresso, paired with a sumptuous layer of freshly steamed milk in flavors like vanilla, caramel, and mocha.
Ooh la la.
You can say that again. New handcrafted lattes starting at just $2.29 have arrived at your neighborhood Tim's. Taste the ooh la la side of Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, price and participation may vary by region.
The factory outlet sale at the King of Cards Superstore in Fort Wayne is going on now. Instant in-store rebates, manager specials, and other incentives available on nearly every custom golf cart on the showroom floor. King of Cards has a large custom golf car inventory built with pride right here in Fort Wayne. Gas or electric, 4- or 6-seaters, we have them in stock and ready to ride. The King of Cards Golf Car Superstore is located at 1818 Research Drive, Fort Wayne. Take the Lima Road exit 311B off I-69. King of Cards, the destination for custom golf carts in Northeast Indiana.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
Komets 1 for 1 on the power play tonight, and we're going to have some more time here. As the goalie race getting a little savage down there tonight.
Best body check of the night right there. Wiped them out pretty good.
Face-off coming into the wheeling zone, coming out of the timeout. Garrett Mears is off. Mears for tripping.
Face-off in the wheeling zone. Baptista will take the draw for the Komets. Sadlowski out there up front.
Bobby Shea back at the blue line. And it goes into the corner. Maggio far side to Baptista. Baptista along the wall to Jason Binkley. Binkley is going to swipe it around, and it's going to come on the left wing. Sean Sadlowski giving it a look. Coming down low. Got a man. It was Maggio. And saving the puck is Morrison.
Used his size to turn around quickly. Tried to get a little quick shot on goal. And Morrison was right there. Grabbed it out of the air before they could get another rebound shot on it. Quick play. In tight on the Komet in the wheeling net.
Face off to the right of Morrison, and Baptista will take the draw. And they'll be in with Sorkin.
Bobby Shea back on the point, trying to get the puck back to him.
And it comes up to the blue line. Bobby Shea over to Sadlowski on the left side. And a cross-ice pass. Going to go to Binkley. Oh, Binkley couldn't handle it. And now it's going to get out of there. Now it's a shorthanded
Got a man
chance.
break into the
Got a
net.
man coming in. Here's a shot. Save made
Got a
by
piece of
Bartus. Far side. It's Maggio to Sidlowski over the line. Going to give it up to Shea. Shea got a man in front. Now it comes back over to Sidlowski. Right into the glove of Morrison.
Got deflected to the net. Sidlowski couldn't get to it. Good movement by the Komets. They broke out very quickly, tried to get it up and over to Sidlowski. Unfortunately, got deflected to the goaltender, and Morrison grabbed on quickly.
6:44 to be played in the second period. We're tied at 3. And the Komets still on a power play for another 1 minute and 18 seconds.
Komets back at it tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Cincinnati here. Preview of the playoffs.
Puck goes on the far side. Here is Martineau, and he's going to push it down low, but it's going to be an easy clear for the Nailers. All the way down. Stopping it is Garrett Bartus. Here's Ryan Lowney. He's tripped on the play. No call. Garrett Thompson with it. Going to have to go back into his own zone. Here's Desjardins with 55 seconds to go on the power play. Cross-ice pass. Here is Kravchenko. Going to come into the wheeling zone. And now down low into the corner. And again, the Nailers will clear it down the length of the ice. Stopping it is Bartus. Bartus will give it up to Ryan Lowney. Lowney back behind the net. Lowney to skate with it, and he'll hit his own blue line up along the far side. And now it is going to come into the wheeling zone, where again it is quickly cleared. Ross McMillan unloads the puck. Bartus comes out, and he gives it up to Lowney. Lowney with the puck back behind his own net. Still got time for one more rush. 14 seconds to go on the man advantage. Here's Binkley. Binkley will push it off the wall, and it's going to go all the way down into the the far side corner in the wheeling zone. And Garrett Thompson down low, looking for a man on the far boards. Over here, Sidlowski in the slot, back to Sidlowski. And Sidlowski puts it over on the far side. Shot just goes wide. And now Sidlowski up top of the blue line. Here's Bobby Shea. Shea on the right side. And Shea going into the corner, puts it in front, and it's broken up. Garrett Thompson was there. Now on the near side to the blue line. Sidlowski with a nice poke check, gets it back into the wheeling zone. And Schultz has to retreat back. His pass coming to the Komet blue line. Going to cross over. Here's Cody Soul to Josephs, and his shot is going to go out of play. We will take a break. We are tied at 3 here in the second. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
If you're searching for premium temporary housing, we have the affordable alternative to a short-term or long-term hotel. Are you a family or traveling business salesperson relocating to Fort Wayne? Experience premium temporary living with Corporate Housing Systems. Serving Indiana and Ohio for over 30 years, we strive to offer exceptional service and value for all of our guests. Feel at home with Corporate Housing Systems. Visit www.corporatehousingsystems.com or call 888-544-5454 today.
And now, back to Komet Hockey.
Komets and Nailers, they are deadlocked at 3. Komets with the puck into the wheeling zone. Here's McDonald gets stood up as the puck rolls to Morrison, the goaltender.
Yeah, less than 5 minutes, 4:32 to go in the period. Tie score here, 3-3. Komets a little pressure on right now as they seem to be trying to take over the play a little bit at a time with the offense. 18 shots by the Komets, 19 by Wheeling. Both goaltenders have been tested.
To the left of Morrison, that's what will drop the puck. Shots are almost even at 19-18. Wheeling's got the edge, and we get a tie score at 3. Garrett Thompson on the faceoff, and it goes up along the far side. Jabbed at, Komets keep it in. Here's McDonald. McDonald on the left wing, swipes it around, and it's going to go into the corner. Sean Sidlowski up top of the blue line. Here's Maggio. He will find Lowney. Now back to Madge in the high slot. Drifted back to the blue line. Now moves over to his right. Coming down low, McDonald. Up top, here's a blast and a save made by Morrison.
Yep. Had Big Thomas in front of the net trying to screen the goaltender, but the defense gave him a shove, gave the goalie a chance to see it from the point, made the save. 4:08 in the second. Left.
Face off to the left of Morrison. Looks like the Komets will change things up. Get a fresh set of legs out there. going to be Mason Baptista on the drop.
Drop the puck, guys.
A little delayed slow drop there. Now we go. And it's Fraze trying to stop the puck up along the far side with his glove. It gets out. Now Baptista dropping it back into his own zone. Bobby Shea. Shea moves it ahead. And now it's Fraze. Over to Petruzzelli. He'll take a shot, and a save made by Morrison.
On the net, Morrison holding on again. Like I say, no chances right now. The score tied at 3. Faceoff will stay in the Whirling net end zone, and we'll go from there with the draw.
Face-off will be to the right of Morrison, and we've got Baptista. 3:50 to go in the second. Puck is dropped, and here is Shea into the corner. Petruzzelli on the far side to Fraze, moving it up top of the blue line. Now it's going to be cycled down low into the corner. Apt meets Petruzzelli there. Now in front of the net, knocked away. Morrison trying to hug that post, and it goes along the far side. Petruzzelli. Pass is going to be knocked away. It's going to get out of there. Petruzzelli will pick it up. Gets bumped from behind as he unloads the puck into the wheeling zone. Back behind the net. Here is McMillan. Going to play it off the end boards. And the Nailers with the puck in their own zone. Coming up to the blue line. It'll get out. And Garrett Mears. He will now bring it across the line. Going to be offsides.
The blue line. Comet blue line.
So the face-off will be just outside of the Comet blue line with 3:09 to go in the second. Tied at 3.
Komets back at it tomorrow, Sunday, 5 o'clock, Cincinnati here.
Remember, extended postgame tomorrow,
yeah.
Which we give out the end-of-season awards. We'll find best defensive forward, the MVP, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so stick around if you're coming to the game tomorrow night. Make sure you stick around for the awards presentation. But if you're not here, we'll have it right here for you right after the game tomorrow against Cincy. Puck into the wheeling zone, or the Comet zone, coming down. Here's a shot. Save made. Oh, Garrett Bartus stayed up tall. Joseph's got an extra burst of speed.
Boy, did he ever. He come off the boards there off that left wing, cut right to the net. Nobody was able to touch him. Had all the moves he wanted to do. Tried to slide it through the legs of Bartus, but he slammed him. And right now, Joseph's over there talking to Bartus. How'd you get that? But anyways, he'll give him a little smile. Back to the draw they go. Nice save, Bartus.
Kravchenko will take the drop with Sorkin. Now Sorkin gets kicked out. Josephs will come in. And the puck goes on the far side. Maggio. Out to Martineau, comes up to the blue line. And on the near side, it comes onto the face-off dot for Maggio. He's going to come into the corner. You're going to draw 2 defenders. Plays it up along the near side. Now it's going to come all the way down into the wheeling zone. And up along the near boards, and here comes Joseph. Joseph will carry it across, dropping it off to Gardner. Gardner gets pushed off the play by Martineau. Now up along the near side, played off the boards. Here's Garrett Thompson. Oh, it's intercepted. Joseph with it, tries to center it. Goes in front of the intended target. Now Sorkin goes back behind the net. Up along the near boards and played off the glass. It's going to go to Danny Fick. He retreats back into his own zone. And Fick will pick it up all the way over onto the far side now. It is Nailers' puck on the boards, and it is Garrett Thompson getting it over to Sean Sedlowski. He got it poked away. And now McDonald back into the zone. Here's Ryan Lowney. Under 2 to go here in the period. And on the far side, it is Bobby Shea. Lost the puck, and now it comes into the Comet zone. Here's a shot. Going to roll to Bartus. He'll keep it there, and we will take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service.
Thank you.
Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
For all your insurance needs, visit Jacob Insurance Service in Angola. You're listening to Comet Hockey.
Komets and Nailers tied at 3 with just 1:30 to go in the second. Nailers with the puck into the neutral zone. McMillan feeds it up along the wall, going to come all the way down into the Komet zone. And Bobby Shea up along the far side. Marcotte gives in there for Wheeling. Baptista gives it a jab. And now the Komets come away with it. Across the line they come. Pass intended for Baptista. Puts it in on Morrison. Oh, they had a man who was phrased, camped out on the far side.
Couldn't get a stick on it.
Yep, went right between his legs.
Last minute of the period.
Here's Bobby Shea. With the puck, Komets got some time here. Tie hockey game. Shea will come across the line. Drops it back for Kravchenko in the slot. Moves it over, and it's going to be Petruzzelli to the blue line. Petruzzelli off the wall. Martineau comes into the corner, met there by App, back behind the net. Now a centering play broken up. Garrett Mears gets it loose all the way down to the neutral zone. Binkley tries to turn it back the other way quickly with under 30 to go in the second. Now Garrett Mears will come across. No, he's not going to come across the line. Now he's going to get taken away by Martineau. Now Desjardins trying to hustle up along the far side. Loose puck. Komets come away with it. Picked up. Komets into the zone. It is Martineau into Kravchenko, back behind the net with 8 seconds to play. Trying to get it up to Cody Soul. Here's a shot. Save made by Morrison. Couldn't trap it. And play will continue with 1 second to go, and that will do it. Now we've got some. Oh, look at this. Morrison gets his mask ripped right off. Kravchenko's going after Morrison. And Garrett Mears is in there. And now Garrett Bartus comes all the way out to the center line. He's got to watch it. Can't cross that line. And Bartus is creeping forward as Morrison is still in it with Kravchenko. And now Cody Soul, he wants to drop him with Garrett Mears. Mears talking to Soul, 2 old teammates down there. And now Mears still trying to get into the mix. As Morrison and Kravchenko, they lost it right as the period expired. Kravchenko grabbed a hold of Morrison's mask and ripped it down. And Garrett Bartus taking notes out there. He's standing right at the center ice logo.
Kravchenko still trying to reason with the referee on what happened, but Kravchenko's going to the box. And the dressing room.
Well, it was well behind the play, but Morrison and Kravchenko having some words there, and now Garrett Bartus.
Yeah, they'll have to sort this out.
Yeah, Bartus is standing right at the center line now near the gate to the locker room. So Morrison now is going to go off. Sorkin going over talking to the referee. And, yeah, this will take a minute to sort out as it happened behind the play right as the period expired.
Yeah, the referee linesmen, they're going to figure out. They're sending everybody to the dressing rooms, and they'll have to straighten it out, and we'll find out as the next period starts, most likely. But little excitement at the end. Tempers a little high. We have a tie score at 3. Komets came back after being down 2-1 in the first. Got 2 goals in the second and tied it up as Wheeling got only the 1 goal. So 3-3 tie. Shots on goal, 21-21. So pretty evenly matched 2 teams right now.
But like we've been saying throughout the night, Wheeling, they've got nothing to lose. Their last
wide open, loose.
Their last 20 minutes of the period, their season is coming up. As we get in some penalties here, we got 2 handed down to 1 to Kravchenko, 1 to Cody Soul. And I'm not sure if that is going to be it. Nothing is up on the Wheeling side right now as Sean Sadlowski is down there talking to our referee, Sean Fernandez. But it looks like right now the Wheeling Nailers coming out of the locker room, they're going to have a 2-man advantage. And here we go.
Roughing for the Komets, number 44, Cody Soul, 2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct.
Slash.
Time penalties, 20 minutes. Komets 24, Kravchenko, 2 minutes roughing. Komets 44, Soul, 2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct. Time penalties, 20 minutes.
Yeah, and we see what caused Kravchenko to lose his cool. Adam Morrison slashed Kravchenko right on the back of the leg.
Yeah, that got it started. And that, unfortunately, wasn't called. Just the 2 minutes for roughing and the 2 minutes to Cody Soul for being involved. So Komets will be 2 men short to start the third period.
All right, everything is now sorted out. We're going to the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Fort Wayne's newest Northside Sports Bar is your place to see the big games, including pro and college. Doozy's Sports Bar and Grill next to Red River Steakhouse has become a fan favorite to see the best sports events with their incredible food and drink specials and wall-to-wall big flat screen TVs. Open daily 11 to 11 or later for the big games. Doozy's has daily lunch specials and is always the place to come out and watch the games. Doozy's next to Red River Steakhouse, just off I-69 at Coldwater Road in Washington Center.
Today's the day to get fit and pumped. Pummel your flabby high-interest debt by transferring your balances to a Partners First Visa card. We could get 12 months at 0 APR financing. Hear me now, believe me later. This offer ends March 31st, so run like a manly man to your local Partners First branch in Fort Wayne, Huntington, and Marion. Terms and conditions may vary depending on your credit worthiness, so get or click for complete details and disclosure at partnersfirstcu.org. Partners First Federal Credit Union. Part of your community, part of your tomorrow, part giant muscle monster.
MRIs are a valuable diagnostic tool, but they can be costly. The Community Open MRI Group can help. We have the region's lowest in-network insurance rates that are hundreds less than area hospitals. Our MRI is quiet and spacious, eliminating stress and anxiety. Remember, it's your choice where you go for your MRI. Contact the Community Open MRI Group and let us check your benefits first, with 3 convenient locations: Auburn, Decatur, and Fort Wayne.
Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's. Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital of Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets, and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Take Midwest Gloves and Gear to work with you by using their full line of work gloves. Midwest Work Line features max performance gloves, PBR, along with a wide variety of Midwest branded gloves for any type of work. Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in being the largest manufacturer of American-made work gloves, and Midwest believes in investing in America. And that's why the Work Line features many styles made right here in the USA. For over 50 years, Midwest Gloves and Gear, Chillicothe, Missouri. Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Things getting exciting here at the Coliseum as we had some extracurriculars going on at the end of the period that results in 2 penalties being handed out to the Fort Wayne Komets, nothing to the Wheeling Nailers. So that is going to mean a 5-on-3 for Wheeling when we start up the third period of play. Taking a look at what has happened here tonight. First, our shots on goal being brought to you by Combat Ops Arena, mission-based laser tag, mini bowling, an arcade and a cafe full of food and beer. Combat Ops Arena in Fort Wayne on Lay Road, just east of Lima. Komets, they had 9 in the first, 11 in the second for a game total of 20. Wheeling with 11 in the first and 10 in the second for a game total of 21. Recapping the scoring, Gabriel Desjardins got things going. 3:34 of the first period, his 32nd of the season. It was on the power play. Ryan Lowney and Dennis Kravchenko with the assist. Then Reed Gardner on a controversial goal, his 30th of the season. It was unassisted at 10:34. Wheeling would get the lead at 13:43. Tiffel, 16th of the season. Brown and Apt with the assist. Komets would even it up. Dennis Kravchenko, 19th of the season. 14:57 was the time. Desjardins and Martineau with the assist. And then just seconds later at 5:05, Nick Sorkin, 9th of the season. Loic Marcotte the assist, and Wheeling had the lead. But then Petruzzelli, the rookie, his second goal in as many games. 9:01 was the time. Bobby Shea with the assist along with Mason Baptista. Adam Morrison, who got things going there at the end of the period as he gave Dennis Kravchenko a whack to the back of the legs, and that started everything there at the end of the period. Morrison, 20 shots. He's seen 17. He has stopped Garrett Bartus, 21 shots and 18 saves tonight. Komets 1 for 2 on the power play. Wheeling, they are 0 of 2, but again, they will have a 2-man advantage when we start the third period of play. 8,666 are on hand here on this final Saturday night of the regular season. We will take a break, come back, and take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
City Cars on Lima Road. Vehicles as low as $595. Payments starting at just $79. Dependable cars on a budget. Over 20 price under $1,000. If other dealers have turned you down, we go to work when the others say no. Big City Cars. Want a bigger deal? Get up to $5,555 more than your car is worth. And as always, if we can't beat the competitor's deal, we'll give you the car for free. Big City Cars. See dealer for complete details.
Hey, you. It's your stomach again. I'm here to set things straight. Subway has new signature wraps, and they're packed with meat. These things make me full. Full like your voicemail after you win the lottery. Full like a clown car on the way to an oversized shoe convention. Full like the turkey, bacon, and guacamole signature wrap, loaded with provolone, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and ranch. Full like I'm gonna be after you get to Subway and eat one. You're welcome. All new Subway signature wraps. Subway. Make it what you want.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service.
Thank you.
Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
For all your insurance needs, visit Jacob Insurance Service in Angola. Now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. We're in the middle of the second intermission with the Komets and the Wheeling Nailers tied at 3. The Komets have already won the season series with Wheeling, 4-1, looking to make that a 5 spot here tonight as the Nailers just playing out the string here. They have got 20 minutes left in their season as they were eliminated from playoff contention last night with their loss at Brampton. Now let's take a look at the Meyer out-of-town scoreboard in the ECHL as we have got one great race in the Central Division for that 4th and final playoff spot. Kalamazoo and Indianapolis, they are tied with 75 points on the season. Right now, Kalamazoo has got the tiebreaker. They are in that 4th spot at the moment. Now, let's take a look at the scoreboard. Kalamazoo, they are trailing the Brampton Beasts 2-1 in the 3rd period up in Kalamazoo. Indianapolis and Toledo, they are tied at 2 going into the 3rd. So both of those games going to go down the wire. And the other team that is involved in this race, the Kansas City Mavericks, they are 1 point back of that final playoff spot. But Kansas City, they are playing their regular season finale tonight against Utah. No score in that one, just 5 minutes in. But Kansas City, they need a lot of help. They got to win tonight, and they need Kalamazoo and Indianapolis to lose tomorrow, which is going to be impossible because Kalamazoo plays Indianapolis at Indianapolis tomorrow night. And so it could all come down to that last game of the regular season. Now let's take a look at the rest of the scoreboard. The Worcester Railers, they have defeated the Manchester Monarchs tonight by a score of 3-2. Worcester, they are in the 4th spot in the North Division. And the Manchester Monarchs, that is going to give them a blow to getting to the top spot of the division. They are 1 point back of the Adirondack Thunder, who were idle tonight. Moving to the Reading Royals, who still have a chance to get to the top spot in the North Division. They have got a 4-2 lead over the Norfolk Admirals in the third period. So Reading, with a win here tonight, they will jump above Manchester, and they will be tied for Adirondack with the top spot in the North Division. Florida Everblades, they already know what they're doing. They are the #1 team, overall seed, 110 points on the season, and they are up 2-1 on the Jacksonville Icemen. Tonight is their final game of the regular season. The Greenville Swamp Rabbits 3 and the Atlanta Gladiators nothing in the third. We have got a 1-1 game between the Orlando Solar Bears and the South Carolina Stingrays. The Allen Americans are up 1-0 on the Idaho Steelheads, and the Allen Americans, they are #3 in the Mountain Division. As of right now, they've got 78 points. Wichita has 76. The Tulsa Oilers, they were eliminated last night from the playoffs, and they are down to Rapid City by a score of 2-1. Cincinnati and Quad City, they are tied at 2 in the second period out in Moline, Illinois. And tonight is the final game in the Quad Cities. Kind of a sad end, as the Quad City Mallards era, as of right now, is going to come to an end. Maybe it's just a pause, but tonight is the last game in Quad City, as they have already announced they are not going to be participating in the ECHL next year. Again, no score between Kansas City and Utah. In the late game, it is Colorado 1 and the Wichita Thunder nothing. 13:45 to go in the first period out west. Don't forget the simple savings you get with Meijer, M-Perks, digital coupons, and rewards. Sign up today at mperks.meijer.com. We will take another break. We're in the middle of the second intermission, tied at 3. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
The destination is yours with Excursions Trailways Motor Coach Company. Excursions Trailways operates trips from Indiana and Ohio to destinations in the continental U.S. and Canada. Excursions is the proud official motor coach provider of the Komets, Tin Caps, IPFW, and St. Francis. They provide excellent customer service and clean, well-maintained coaches with courteous professional drivers. Choose your destination and give Excursions a call at 260-485-6167 or visit them on the web at excursionstrailways.com. Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Comet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186, about the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital of Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets, and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, where we are tied at 3. Going into the third period of play, the Komets will be skating 2 men down, as 2 penalties were handed out at the tail end. Dennis Kravchenko and Cody Soul, they will be sitting in the box. Well, Sean Sidlowski was not expected to play this weekend. Expected to rest him all weekend, but he is in there tonight, as Justin Hodgman, he is out for tonight. So Sidlowski pressed into service, and it could be a good thing, because he is still trying to lock down the ECHL, to be the ECHL scoring champ. He's got 77 points. He is clinging to that lead. Cincinnati's Jesse Schultz, who will be in here tomorrow night when the Komets play Cincinnati. He has got 75 points, and at last check, Schultz had not registered a point tonight, and Sean Sidlowski hasn't gotten one either. So as of right now, the ECHL scoring race is going to go neck and neck, and it's going to go right down to the game tomorrow, where Schultz and Sidlowski hockey will face off head-to-head. Garrett Thompson is putting up a spectacular year. He has got 71 points on the season. He is 5th best in the league in the ECHL scoring race, and he can actually maybe get all the way up to number 3 as he's just 1 point behind Matt Willows and Jordan LeVay Smotherman for Manchester. He also has 72 points. Gabriel Desjardins already has 2 points here tonight. He has got 66 on this season, and that pushes him from 12th all the way up to 9th place in the scoring race in the ECHL this season. So there'll be still a lot on line tomorrow night. Of course, the Komets now are going to be set up to play Cincinnati in that first round. So tomorrow night it is a playoff preview. 5 o'clock is the start time. It is also season ticket exchange night. We expect a nice crowd tomorrow, as we have here tonight. 8,666. They are on hand to see the Komets. Gonna take it to the final period against the Wheeling Nailers. Let's take a break. We're gonna come back. We're in the middle of the second intermission. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
When you set out to find new roads, you can't do it alone. You need a partner on the journey, one you can count on. More and more people are finding themselves in a Chevrolet for the first time and learning that trying something new can be exciting, empowering, downright exhilarating. See for yourself why Chevrolet is the most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall.
See your Northeast Indiana and Ohio Chevy dealers.
Based on total aggregate recognized industry awards and retail sales share gains 2014 through 2017.
Welcome to Tim Hortons. What can I get for you two?
I'll take a latte.
Ooh la la. Since when do you drink lattes?
Since Tim's introduced handcrafted lattes, using freshly ground premium espresso beans, water heated to exacting precision, and sumptuously steamed milk forming a velvety blanket of delicious foam.
You better make that 2 lattes.
Introducing new handcrafted lattes, starting at $2.29 from your neighborhood Tim Hortons. Taste the ooh la la side of Tim's. At participating U.S. restaurants, price and participation may vary by region.
Knob Brick Company carries hundreds of styles of brick, literally something for every taste. With the change in the seasons, it's good to know that Knob also offers a wide variety of fireplaces, many of them Heat and Glow's finest, to add style to your home and warm it up on those cold evenings. They can even put a Heat and Glow insert into your existing fireplace to make it more efficient. Be sure to check out their fireplace showroom for some design ideas. Knob Brick is located on Fort Wayne's north side, not far from the Spies Fieldhouse. For a great Heat and Glow fireplace or that perfect brick for your home, see Knob, N-O-B, Knob Brick.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at the Coliseum, both teams have retaken the ice. We are tied at 3 going into the third period. Komet fans, it's never too late to learn how to skate. The Sport One Parkview Ice House offers programs to ages 3 and up. Visit icesports.com/Fort Wayne to see a list of upcoming Learn to Skate classes. And if you don't follow the Komets on Facebook and Twitter, you're missing out, because at the end of the game, you'll get the official Lancia Homes game recap. And go to lanciahomes.com to start your custom home today. Let's take one more break. Third period coming up. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road has added some new members to the team. Introducing the all-new Chrysler Pacifica, the only minivan to win 2017 IIHS Top Safety Pick. Also, now on the starting lineup is the all-newly redesigned Jeep Compass. Capable, modern, and stylish, all wrapped into one. The new scrapper on the team is the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. With 707 horsepower, this secret weapon will leave the competition wondering what hit them. Daniel is a proud sponsor of Komet Hockey, and we invite all the fans to come experience the difference in your next car buying experience. See the complete lineup of new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks, all at O'Daniel on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online all the time at o'danielauto.com.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
5-on-3 for Wheeling as we start up the third period in a tie game. They come down here in the Komet zone. Now we're going to go back below the goal line. Now up along the near side, controlled by the Nailers. Up top of the blue line, here's Schultz. Schultz now angling to his right, gives it over top of the circle. Back on the far side, it is Schultz. Here we go, one-timer, save made by Bartus.
Nice save. Good movement by Wheeling, trying to get the shot they wanted. That one there, Bartus was able to come out, challenge him from the shot off the angle, handle it without very little trouble. The Komets, of course, 2 men short for 2 minutes here after the little altercation at the end of the second period. Cody Soul and Kravchenko in the box for roughing.
Joseph's on the face-off, and we got Garrett Thompson for the Komets.
Win the draw, that helps.
And it comes up top of the circle. Gardner now at the blue line. Goes up along the near side wall. Plenty of space. Comes into the corner. Now back over to Gardner. Now Gardner up top to the blue line. Moving over on top of the circle, it's Sorkin. Now Sorkin gives it a look, goes into the corner. Now back up. They're going to give it over to Sorkin again. Sorkin, top of the right circle. Doesn't get a shot there. Being harassed by Thompson. Comes up to the blue line. Schultz. Schultz to Gardner on the left side, taking a shot. Save made by Bartus. He's going, goes in the net. Bartus thought he had it.
Yeah.
And it went through, and they score.
Bartus thought he had it. It trickled through. Everybody jumped on the puck in the goal crease, and it finally squirted in the net. Wheeling takes a lead.
So that makes it 4-3, and the Wheeling will still have a power play.
107 that came at, 2-man power play.
So that will take one of the penalties off. So out to center ice, it's a power play goal for the Nailers. They now lead at 4-3. Penalty to Cody Soul comes off. And Dennis Kravchenko still sits in the box. Garrett Mears back behind his own net. Gabriel Desjardins up along the far side. And now it's going to be picked up by the Nailers. Poke checked away. Here's Baptista all the way back into his own zone. He's going to give it up to Desjardins. Desjardins on the near side gets it back into the Wheeling zone. We've got 30 seconds to go on the power play. As Apt has got the puck, gets to Tiffels. Tiffels through the neutral zone, carries it across the line. Tiffels now up along the far side, gives it a look, gonna come down low into the corner. Now it's fed back up to Tiffels. Tiffels gives it a look here, circles around, and nothing there, trying to get around Maggio. Now 9 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Garrett Mears, top of the circle, sends it over cross rink, opposite side. And now here's a shot. Bartus will make the save. And he'll grab it to his chest and get a whistle.
Yep. Well, by rights, Kravchenko should have to stay in there for 1 second. It did come at the 20-minute mark. So anyways, here we go. We're back to full strength.
So we're back to 5-on-5, but Wheeling, they have got the lead. They get a power play goal. And the face off to the left to Bartus. Puck is dropped. Jason Binkley can't get to it. Goes to Sorkin. Back below the goal line. Coming up top of the blue line. And it's held in by the Nailers here on the near side. Jason Binkley and Sorkin, they battle. Here's a quick shot from the far side by Josephs. And that is going to get out.
Some more pushing and shoving.
And again, Wheeling, this is it for them. They have been eliminated from the playoffs, so nothing to lose.
Brown gets credited for the goal. That's his second of the evening for Wheeling as they take the 4-3 lead. Still 17:44 left of the period. Lots of time, Komets. Let's get her back and tie it up first.
Face off to the right of Garrett Bartus. Now the referee here talking. Now he's going to send 3 Nailers off to the bench. And the puck is dropped, and the Komets up with it. Binkley on the near side. Gets it into the neutral zone. Now he comes across. Gonna scoot it back behind the net. Danny Fick being chased by Desjardins. Now here we come. Here's a shot. Save made by Morrison.
Rebound right there.
Now back below the goal line. Here's Desjardins. Over to Martineau. Martineau here on the near side. Lost the handle on it, but now he gets it back. Martineau down low to Desjardins. Desjardins comes up top of the blue line. Binkley ranging over. And he's going to go to Cody Soul. Soul off the end boards, and now it is picked up by the Nailers. Valente gets it out of the zone. And Kravchenko on the far side to Desjardins. He'll come across the line. Desjardins with some room. He'll take a shot. It's blocked now. It's going to roll into the corner. Here's another shot that time, and it's going to be saved by Morrison.
Yeah, Cody Soul actually from almost behind the net, fired at the net, hit Morrison's pads, and almost trickled in the net, but he was able to hold on and squeeze it off as the Komets put a little pressure on. Down by 1, third period.
Face off to left of Morrison with 16:57 to go in the third. Nailers have got a 1-goal lead, 4-3. Mason Baptista on the face-off. It goes into the corner. And now back behind the net. It is going to be Nailers puck. Hedrick on the far side. Floats it into the Comet zone. Dan Maggio is back. He goes back behind his goaltender, far side to Petruzzelli. He gets it out. Now Baptista will carry it across the line. Baptista got it taken off his stick by Marcotte. And now the Nailers bring it back the other direction.
Three of them crossing.
They got a man coming in. Here's the score.
They get it to the third man, breaking in the net. Looked like the Comet defense intercepted the pass, but it laid there. Wheeling stayed at it, got a little chip at it. We're able to get it through the pads, and they take a 4-2 lead. 4-3 lead, 5-3 lead.
There you go, 5-3.
5-3.
16:30 to go in the third.
3:30 that comes at.
So back
down
out
2
to
in the
center ice. We go. Down by 2. It's an even strength goal for the Nailers as Bartus couldn't get the right leg down in time. Puck is dropped and it goes into the Wheeling zone. Tapped up along the far side. Mears banks it off the wall. And Bartus comes out. Bartus will play it around the far side. Erebane in the corner. He tries to center it. Comes up to App. Here's a shot off the shoulder of Bartus.
Another nice save, Bartus.
Now on the far side, it's Mears in the corner.
Too many shots on goal, guys.
Back behind the net. They try to put it out in front. Knocked away by Garrett Thompson. And now the Comets started back the other way. Sean Sedlowski scoots it into the zone. And it's Danny Fick battling with Justin McDonald. Back behind the net. The Nailers have got it. And it's Fick. Gets loose of Justin McDonald. Cross-ice pass. And now flipped into the Comet zone here on the near wall. And now it's coming back the other way. McDonald going to find Sedlowski coming on Morrison. Taking a shot. Morrison will make the save. And now it's going to go loose as Fick came screaming in. He took the net off as the play continued. And that results in a whistle. But Sean Sedlowski had a chance on a rebound. Now let's see if any penalty might be handed down here.
There's going to be a penalty. I don't think it's from the collision on the net. It's something that went on over in the corner, but the Comets, of course, got in there. Then the defenseman for Wheeling slid into the goaltender, into the net, knocked everything over, and that's when everybody started looking around for where the puck was.
So it's not...
Sedlowski saying it went in. That their defenseman slid into that, but there's not going to be any goals on it.
Yeah, I think Sedlowski raised his arms thinking it crossed the line before the net become dislodged. So no go there, so it's still 5-3 Wheeling. And the puck coming into the Comet zone. There's Kravchenko playing it around. Martineau plays it off the wall, and the Comets up with it. Here is Desjardins. His pass is going to be intercepted, and it's going to go off the wall, and now back into the Comet zone. Binkley on the near side. Now it's cleared back into the Comet zone. Stopped by Bartus. He'll play it off the end boards. Here's Cody Soul. Jason Binkley with it off the wall. Desjardins got it caught up into the skates of Schultz. Now on the near side, getting loose, and it's Kravchenko. Kravchenko coming in on Morrison. His shot goes wide. Now back on the near boards. And now coming back the other way, it's Gardner. Gardner cuts it across the line, takes a shot. It goes wide. And now into the corner. Up along the near boards. And Joseph gets it out of there, comes out in front of the net. Here's a shot, goes wide. And now up top to the blue line. Spinozzi on the left side to Marcotte. He'll take a shot. Save made by Bartus. And it's going to get all the way down into the Wheeling zone. This should be an icing.
Well, it's going to be an icing. They shouldn't have been. Bounced over the defenseman's stick. I didn't think he made much of an effort to stop it. But anyways, they call the icing, and they'll bring it back into the Comet zone. Comets being outshot 7-2 in this period, and 2 goals. So we need to turn around in a hurry. We're going to have a strong third period, as we normally do. Down 2.
Face off to the right of Garrett Bartus. And the puck to the blue line. Nailers with the puck now. They work it up along the near side boards. It's Tiffles. Tiffles coming all the way over onto the far side, being chased by Binkley.
Get it up.
Binkley takes him off the puck out of man. And here we come. Breakaway in on Morrison. He shoots at a save. Morrison will grab it.
Yeah. He tried to get the goal to open the legs. He wouldn't do it.
Martineau on the breakaway, and the Nailers will clear the puck down to the Komet zone. That is icing.
Nice head-up pass by Desjardins right up the center. He caught Moore on a breakaway. Away he went, and Martin just couldn't put it between the legs.
So the rookie Martineau had a chance to get the Komets within one. Morrison stops him. Now Morrison comes out to the top of the blue paint, awaiting the drop of the puck. And Baptista on the drop. And it's going to roll to the blue line, and the Nailers get it out. Here's Bobby Shea. Shea up along the far side. Moves it forward. Going to come across the line. They got a man breaking to the net. Here's a shot. It's going to be deflected. And Baptista coming into the corner. Garrett Mears down there. Everybody jamming away at it, and it's going to come out to Tiffles. Tiffles will feather it into the Komet zone. It's going to go off the end boards, and that will be an icing.
That'll bring the face-off back into the Komet zone.
13:20 to go in the third. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
ERS OCI Wireless is the official radio provider for the Fort Wayne Komets. ERS OCI Wireless is a Motorola partner in Fort Wayne, providing wireless voice and data systems that allow organizations across Indiana to operate their business more efficiently. Reach out to ERS OCI Wireless at 260-747-0584. That's 260-747-0584. Or online at www.ers-oci.com.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne.
This is Komet Hockey.
Komets down by a pair here in the third. Here's Garrett Thompson below the goal line in the wheeling zone. Goes to McDonald. McDonald back behind the net. Puts it out in front. Here's a shot. And it's Sedlowski. Picks up the rebound. Sedlowski on the near side. Top of the circle. Plays it off the boards. Going to go back behind the nets. And now into the corner. We got a referee blowing the whistle. Now he's going to point the face-off outside of the zone. Net came off. That was the reason for the whistle. 12:38 to go in the third. 5-3 Wheeling. Komets regular season finale tomorrow night back here at the Coliseum against the Cincinnati Cyclones, a team we will be playing in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah,
so
that will be Saturday the 14th and Sunday the 15th at home. So first two games against them in the Coliseum here.
Komets have home ice in the first round, as Cody Soul flips it into the wheeling zone here in the corner. Now it's going to go all the way in to the Komet zone. Batted back the other way, right at the center ice logo. And now back into the Komet zone. It's Binkley drifting back over to Cody Soul. Soul moves it ahead. And now pass is deflected. Comes all the way back in to the Komet zone. Sorkin and Soul, they battle. And now it is Martineau. Martineau off the glass, and that is going to get loose all the way into the Komet zone. And Desjardins can't get there, and it's going to go off the wall to McMillan. Al Josephs at his own blue line avoids a check from Kravchenko, and Josephs now will carry it across the line. Back up along the far side, comes into the corner. Kravchenko meets him there. Now back behind the net. Here's Bobby Shea, and a penalty is going to be called to the Komets.
Yeah. Tripping. Cody Soul looking around right now, and Ed temper's a little edgy right now. Shea's skating around looking for somebody, and everybody sort of
now it's Martineau going off.
Martineau go to the box for tripping.
So power play time for Wheeling. All right, got to kill this one off.
Yes.
Down by 2, 11:47 to go in the third. Face off to the left of Garrett Bartus. And the puck is dropped. Going to go on the near side, pointed out of the zone. Garrett Mears going back. And Muirs back into his own zone. Up along the far side, feeds it forward. Here's Marcotte coming into the corner. Marcotte plays it off the wall. Intercepted by Sedlowski. Oh, had a man break, and it was Baptista. Pass a little bit too tall for him. Going to go all the way into the Wheeling zone. And Schultz has got it on the far side at Tiffels. Rims it in, and it's going to go to Bartus back behind the net. He will stop it, and now the Komets will promptly clear the zone. Down to Morrison. He will stop the puck. And Schultz back behind the net. Schultz will get to the blue line, moves it forward to Sorkin, coming across, and it's going to be picked up along the left wing to Muirs. Muirs in the corner. Pushes it up top to Schultz. Now on the left wing, it's Tiffels. Tiffels now on the left side. Nothing there. Circles around, banks it off the wall. Now to Schultz, to Sorkin on the far board. He's going to feed it back up to Schultz. Schultz will return it over onto the far side to Sorkin. Now Tiffels got a man in front. It's going to be tipped wide. And now Sorkin has it on the far side up top of the blue line. High slot. Now it's Barabone sneaking in. Here's a shot. Save made by Bartus, and he'll hang on to it.
He was able to hold on to that one on the side. Bartus a little upset with himself, too. I think frustration is coming on his side, too. Still got to kill this penalty off. 45 seconds. Down by 2, 5-3. Wheeling leading.
10:31 to go in the third.
Yeah, that playoff series, too, of course, they get off all week, and then Saturday, Sunday, and then back in Cincinnati for 3 games, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And if it goes 6 or 7, the Tuesday and the Wednesday game back here in the Coliseum. So 2 weeks of hockey.
2-3-2 format in that first round. Coming to the blue line, it is Schultz. Wheeling still on a power play. They're up by a pair. Here's a shot and a save made by Bartus. And Bartus, every time he gets the puck, he just throws it to the face-off circle.
Yeah, he's getting way too many shots on goal at him. 9 shots so far in this period. He's had 2 goals scored against, but they've been point blank. So he's hanging in there. Kravchenko will take the draw. Still 36 seconds on power play time.
Puck is dropped, comes up to the point. Here's a shot that goes wide. And now into the corner. Here's Shea off the board. That's Lowney, rather, off the boards. And now the Komets will clear the zone. Morrison will come out. He's got to play on it. And now he's going to get away from Baptista. Spins it off the boards. And now up along the far side, McDonald with a nice poke check. Gets it to Baptista. Baptista trying to get it away from Fick. Now Baptista goes down. Komets fan won a penalty. Not going to get it. Now Fick over to McDonald. McDonald in the corner. Draws 2 defenders, and the penalty is now over with. Komets out in front. Oh, it was Bobby Shea. Couldn't get the puck on it. Josephs back out the blue line. Finds Sorkin. Sorkin now will carry it across the line. It is going to be poked, and it's going to go into the corner. Now here's a centering pass. Had a man cutting in. It was behind him. And now Schultz up top of the blue line. That's all. Thought it's offsides. Nope. Play continues. Got a man down low. Here's a shot that goes wide. And back on the near side of the blue line. Another shot. That is blocked. Sorkin has got it back behind the net, being chased by McDonald. Here's a shot. And they score.
Find the man out about 10 feet out to the side of the net. A little quick pass right on the stick. Bang. It's past Bartus before he can even move. And again, the Komets standing a little bit too much. They go up 6-3.
It's Barabone, number 14. And he gets the goal.
10:47 that goal came at.
So that is the 23rd of the season for Barabone, and it is 6-3 Wheeling. So, a disastrous third period so far for the Komets. It is an even strength goal as the Nailers come back into the Komet zone. Up along the near side. And it's Fraze to Petruzzelli, going to come into the Wheeling zone. Now over to Baptista in the corner. Baptista up top to the blue line. And it's going to come off the wall. It's going to be Baptista now below the goal line, looking for Petruzzelli. Apt is in there. Now it's going to go to Baptista. Back down low. Petruzzelli giving it a look, trying to tuck it home. Morrison will dive on it, and he will get a whistle.
Side of the net.
We will take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
The Holiday Inn at the Coliseum, located across from the Memorial Coliseum, is the official home of the Komets. Whether it's a corporate meeting to large wedding receptions or just a getaway weekend, the Holiday Holiday Inn has you covered. Event space in the Holiday Inn can hold up to 300 people, and with 151 guest rooms, the Holiday Inn is ready to meet your personal or business needs. With a highly trained staff at the Holiday Inn, you can count on things being done right. Contact the Holiday Inn at the Coliseum to schedule your event today at 260-579-9135.
Fort Wayne's newest Northside Sports Bar is your place to see the big games, including pro and college. Doozy Sports Bar and Grill next to Red River Steakhouse has become a fan favorite to see the best sports events with their incredible food and drink specials and wall-to-wall big flat screen TVs. Open daily 11 to 11 or later for the big games. Doozy's has daily lunch specials and is always a place to come out and watch the games. Doozy's next to Red River Steakhouse, just off I-69 at Coldwater Road in Washington Center.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
We got a 3-goal game as the Wheeling Nailers have opened things up a bit here tonight. It is their final game of the season. They have been eliminated from the playoffs. So the Nailers looking to finish their season on a good note.
Yeah, long bus ride home, so they'll be a little happier going home if they could pull this one off. Still plenty of time.
Yep, 8:34 left. Komets being outshot 31-27 tonight. Face off to the right of Morrison in the Wheeling zone. And it comes up top of the circle to the blue line. Cody Soul banks it off the wall. Here's a shot by Desjardins. That one's going to be knocked away. And now on the near side, it is Marcotte. Stepping up is Jason Binkley and into the corner. And now back behind the net. Hedrick plays it. And the Nailers get it out of the zone. Jason Binkley back in his own end. Wraps it off the wall. Finds Desjardins. Desjardins on the near side. His pass goes behind Cody Soul. That's going to go all the way down. Binkley will pick it up. Binkley all the way back behind his goaltender, Garrett Bartus. And it's Binkley. Going to go forward with it. Martineau, nice give over to Desjardins. Here's a shot, save made by Morrison.
Morris out to challenge the shooter way out in front of his net there. Cutting the angle down, took the shot in the chest, held on, no rebound, but good speed by Desjardins to break down on the defenseman.
And Desjardins, who had 3 points last night, 2 points tonight. Finish in the regular season strong. And the face-off to the right of Morrison.
Good to see Petruzzelli, too, to get a goal last night and one again tonight. So, young rookie performing well.
Yeah, Gary Graham might have some decisions to make for the playoff roster.
He doesn't get a couple players back. He's going to be using those guys.
Good to see the rookies performing well here tonight and last night as well. Shedlowski puts it right on the doorstep to Garrett Thompson. Couldn't connect. Now Joseph's going to bring it back the other way. He's got one man to beat McCarron, the lone man back, and he scores.
Joseph walking.
So he'll get the goal, and that makes it 7-3. So McCarron, he was the lone man back. Bartus went down, and they beat him to the glove side. And now the Nailers are making short work of the Komets here in this third period. So it makes it 7-3 with 7:38 now to go in the third.
Outscoring them 4-0 in this period. And again, they're just breaking out of their own zone. The Komets pinching in, trying to gamble, obviously, to get a couple of goals and leaving them wide open as 2-on-1s going down the other end, not giving the goalie much chance.
So the Nailers here with now 7 minutes and 28 seconds left in their season. They're up big on the Komets, up by 4. Puck comes into the Wheeling zone. Here is Fick up along the far side. And now here's Maggio back to Lowney. Lowney up along the far side, feeds it ahead. And now down below the goal line, up along the far side. It's Apt. He lost the puck to the blue line. Coming up top. And it is Birbane over the line. Coming in on Bartus. He'll take a shot. It's going to be swiped wide on the far side. And it's Mason Baptista. Gonna trickle up along the far side now to the blue line. And it's Danny Fick. Fick gets around. Oh, it's Mason Baptista. He's going to be able to get the puck. He's going to poke it down. And now Valente, he'll grab it for the Nailers. He'll float it in. Komets get a line change. Here is Binkley with the puck. Binkley will skate ahead with it, and he will get to his own blue line. Backhander, gonna find Kravchenko coming in. Morrison taking a shot, missed it wide.
He got a piece of it. He didn't even know he had it, but he got a piece of it.
Back
Morrison.
on the near side, it's Brown. He'll come across the line. He'll drop it back to Valente. He'll go deep into the corner. Now he's gonna come out in front. Bartus will get a piece of it, and now it's gonna be sent all the way down to Desjardins, skating hard for it. He's cut off by Josephs. Our check that is Spinozzi. And now Spinozzi up along the far side. Cody Soul will play it up along the far boards. He'll stick it into the Wheeling zone, and that will be an ice. We will take another break. 7-3 Wheeling. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Big City Cars on Lima Road. Vehicles as low as $595. Payments starting at just $79. Dependable cars on a budget. Over 20 price under $1,000. If other dealers have turned you down, we go to work when the others say no. Big City Cars. Want a bigger deal? Get up to $5,555 more than your car is worth. And as always, if we can't beat the competitor's deal, we'll give you the car for free. Big City Cars. See dealer for complete details.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
Comets down 7-3 here in the third period. Just 5:32 to go in the third as the Comets get it into the Wheeling zone. McDonald and Danny Fick come together. Tied up along the near side. A big hit by the Comets, McDonald. And the puck still down there as it's going to be now brought forward by Sorkin. Sorkin will come across the line, going to flip it into the Comet zone. And Sorkin coming into the corner, met there by Bobby Shea here in the Comet zone. Now up along the far side, cross-ring pass finds Sean Sidlowski. And Sidlowski will carry it across. Lost it coming into the corner. Now Sidlowski centers it up, and they had Thompson. Now the Comets still with it, in on Morrison, and it's Bobby Shea up top of the blue line. And Sidlowski got it taken off of his stick. Get Josephs with it. Josephs now coming in on a breakaway on Bartus, and a save made by Bartus, but he picks up the rebound. Josephs with a man in front, and Sorkin. It goes between his legs, and a goal on the far side to Bobby Shea.
Joseph can skate. He took off like a rocket again.
And the Comets bring it across the line. Back behind the net, now into the corner. Now Baptista with the shot. It's going to go off of his stick, and now back behind the net. It's Baptista. Baptista in the corner. Dan Maggio comes in. Now Maggio down in the corner, draws two defenders. And he's going to play it up along the wall, back behind the net, and it's Apt grabbing it for the Wheeling Nailers. Off the wall it comes, and now flipped up to the blue line, and here's Apt with a shot, missed it wide on the far side. It's going to be Schultz. Schultz taking a shot. That one is tipped wide. Now back on the near side. It comes into the corner, Kravchenko, and the Comets clear it out. Here's Desjardins up along the far side. He'll carry it across the line. Now he's going to feather it in. Desjardins goes back behind the net. Ryan Lowney up along the near side. Lowney rubbed off the play by Apt. The puck squirts loose. Garrett Mears has it for the Nailers, and he gives it up to Schultz. Schultz bangs it off the wall, and now here's Garrett Thompson to Dennis Kravchenko. Kravchenko will cross the line, and now it's going to come out to the center line, now back into the Wheeling zone. Garrett Mears with the puck off the skate of Martineau. It's going to roll back to Morrison. Morrison will guide it into the corner. Now he moves it ahead to Brown. Brown almost lost to McDonald. He's able to wrestle it away. Now it comes along the far side to Tiffels. Tiffels will bring it across the line and avoids a check from Cody Soul. Tiffels puts it out in front. It's going to go wide, and now on the near side coming out to Cody Soul. Soul will flip it in, and it's going to go all the way down. Soul tries to center it, had a man, couldn't get a shot off, and it is McDonald up along the far side. McDonald to Soul. Here's a shot. That is going to be blocked, and now up along the far side, played off the glass to the blue line. Now Mears will get it out, but Mason Baptista will swipe it away. Back to Bobby Shea. Shea drifting backwards, plays it off along the far side wall. Garrett Mears gets bumped from behind from Baptista, and Baptista still with it off the wall. And it's Bobby Shea coming in on Morrison. Couldn't get a shot off, tripped up, and now it's going to go up along the far side. Tangled up along the far boards with 2:14 to go in the third. Comets down 7-3. Now it's tied up along the far side. Everybody trapping it down there. And now it comes loose. Here's Fraze with a shot. And Morris
save.
With the save, and that'll go out of play. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO. Face-off will be in the wheeling zone with 2:02 to go in the third. Kalamazoo, they have lost tonight by a score of 2-1 to the Brampton Beasts.
Oh, at home, yeah.
Yes, and they play Indianapolis tomorrow. Right now, they are tied for that final spot in the Central Division, and Indianapolis, they are tied with the Toledo Walleye 3-3 down in Indy tonight. So it could come down to that game tomorrow if Indianapolis cannot win. Now here's Garrett Thompson with the shot as play resumes here at the Coliseum with under 2 to play. Up top of the blue line, here's a shot, and we have got penalties called. And we've got Garrett Thompson. He's getting into it. Let's see who that is. They're going to send them both. It was
Number
Danny
5.
Fick.
Yep.
So Thompson and Fick get into it at the end of this game.
No punches or nothing, just a little pushing and shoving, staring and talking, and they both go to the penalty box, and they'll spend the last 2 minutes of this game and his season in the sin bin. So face-off will stay in the Nailers zone, and unfortunately, they've outscored us 4-0, which we haven't seen that all year as a third period disaster. So better things to come.
Just worry about tomorrow night. That's all we got to worry about.
Yeah.
Face-off will be to the right of Morrison with just 1:48 to go in the third. Puck is dropped. Kravchenko chases after it. Skating 4-on-4 here as we end up this contest. And into the corner, Martineau lanes up along the wall. Here's Lowney with it. His shot, and Morrison with the save. Back behind the net, it's Apt. He is pulled down on the play by Gabriel Desjardins. No call, and the puck is going to come all the way down to the Comet zone. Lowney up along the far side, and it's going to be Martineau. He's going to carry it across the line. Now it's going to be pushed back below the goal line, and it's Martineau coming up along the near side. And it will be Sorkin. Sorkin on the left wing, and it's going to be stopped at the red line by Maggio. Maggio will pick it up, give it over to Baptista. Baptista on the right side. Nice little move there. Coming on Morrison. Hanging off the side of the net. And now we got
Last
1
minute.
Sorkin with the puck. And Sorkin will jab it into the Comet zone. Bobby Shea back behind the net. And Shea will skate forward with it. Gets to the Comet logo at center ice. Now he brings it across the line. Bobby Shea drops it back to Baptista, taking a shot. Morrison with the save.
Another save. Nice save. Again, Baptista right in. Had plenty of time to do what he wanted. Looked, took the shot, caught him in the shoulder, grabbed the rebound. Nice save off a nice shot. Face-off will stay in the wheeling zone. 38 seconds left in the game. We can hear the wheeling announcer down here. He's saying 38 seconds left in the season for him. So look at go that way, guys.
Face off into the corner. And it is going to be a wheeling puck back below the goal line. And it will be Spinoza. Feeds it up along the far boards. Birmane will bring it across the line. Bobby Shea is there for the Comets. He gives it a look. Now he zips it right down the middle of the ice with 20 seconds to play. In on Morrison, and he will make the stop with just 16 seconds to go in the hockey game. Something else on the line tomorrow, the scoring title in the ECHL. Yeah. Sean Sedlowski has a 2-point lead on Jesse Schultz of Cincinnati. And taking a look at the score sheet in that Quad City Cincinnati game, and Schultz has been left off. So Sean Sedlowski could be going into tomorrow night's finale with a 2-point cushion.
Sedlowski taking the draw here for the last 16 seconds.
On the far side, it's Jason Binkley. Now Sean Sedlowski in the corner. Up along the far side with 9 seconds to play. Sedlowski, cross ice pass to Binkley. Got a man cutting in. Oh, it was Martineau. It's broken up. 2 seconds to play. Here's another shot at the end of the game. And yes, Komets fall tonight by a score of 7-3. Not a good one, but we got another one to finish up the regular season. Game 72 is tomorrow night. We went into this third period tied 3-3, Robbie, but they had that 5-on-3, and that pretty much kind of cut the momentum we had going into the third period.
Yeah, they got a goal off it at the 107 mark and took the lead 4-3, and that just seemed to diffuse us a little bit, and they got a little life in them. They got a pretty good skating hockey team, and they played wide open hockey all the way. I mean, what do they have to lose? And I think they just caught the Komets a couple of times, and 2-on-1s, just too many of them. Bartus had a tough night back there trying to stop those 2-on-1s. They get outshot 35-31, but again, the most important part, they get outscored 4-0 in that third period. So the purpose of the game is it has a lot to do with it, and obviously Wheeling, last game of the season, a long bus road back home tonight. They worked hard for this, and they got the win.
So 7-3 is the final score. The Nailers, their season comes to a close. The Komets will play on as we got a game tomorrow night against Cincinnati, and then off to the playoffs against the Cincinnati Cyclones. We will take a break, come back, and wrap it up. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Hey, you. It's your stomach again. I'm here to set things straight. Subway has new signature wraps, and they're packed with meat. These things make me full. Full like your voicemail after you win the lottery. Full like a clown car on the way to an oversized shoe convention. Full like the turkey, bacon, and guacamole signature wrap. Loaded with provolone, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and ranch. Full like I'm going to be after you get to Subway and eat one. You're welcome. All new Subway signature wraps. Subway. Make it what you want.
Life can be unpredictable. One minute everything's fine. In the next, you have a kid with a fever and it's already past 5. That's when you need Parkview First Care. We have extended hours, including evenings and weekends, convenient locations, and Parkview Physicians Group providers to make your whole family feel better. When you can't wait to see your doctor, go to the walk-in clinic that's part of the PPG community of care. Parkview First Care. Get in, get better, get going.
Aaron's has some really great news. Aaron's is offering 120 days same as cash. That's right, and here's how it works. Sign a new lease agreement and you have a full 4 months, 120 days to pay Aaron's everyday low price. They even offer a 20% instant rebate if you purchase outright. 120 days same as cash. Not bad, huh? Just stop by or call to learn more. And remember, you don't need credit. All you need is Aaron's. And nobody beats Aaron's. Nobody.
Save on Marathon top-tier gasoline and get free Komet Hockey tickets. Get a Marathon Visa card at any Marathon station and earn up to 25 cents per gallon rebate. Also, pick up a Komets fill-up card and earn a buy one, get one free ticket offer to any Friday night regular season home game. Remember, use your Marathon Visa card and earn a 25 cents per gallon savings and a free Komet game ticket. Marathon, top-tier certified gasoline with STP additives, fueling the American spirit.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service.
Thank you.
Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
For all your insurance needs, visit Jacob Insurance Service in Angold.
Miller Lite is the original light beer, and we'll always brew it to have more taste, with only 96 calories and 3.2 carbs. Because we believe that if you compromise on taste, you can taste the compromise. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2018 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Average analysis, 12 fluid ounces. Less than 1 gram protein, 0 grams fat.
Welcome to the Komet Hockey OmniSource Recycled postgame show.
Wrapping it up here at the Coliseum. Komets fall tonight by a final score of 7-3. The Wheeling Nailers finish their season on a high note with a win here tonight. Komets getting goals from Gabriel Desjardins came in the first period at 3:34. His 32nd of the season. Ryan Lowney and Dennis Kravchenko with the power play. Dennis Kravchenko would get one for himself in the second period at 4:57. His 19th of the season as Gabriel Desjardins and Felix Martineau helped him out on that. Anthony Petruzzelli, second of the season at 9:01. Bobby Shea and Mason Baptista helped him out. Everything else was all Wheeling as we were 3-3 going into the third period. And then Wheeling rattled off 4 goals in that third. The last one coming at 12:22 to give us a final score of 7-3. Adam Morrison gets the win in goal for the Wheeling Nailers. 34 shots, 31 goals, 3 goals against. Garrett Bartus, 35 shots, 28 saves tonight. Komets were 1 of 2 on the power play, and the Nailers were 1 of 4. 8,666 were on hand here tomorrow, or tonight, expecting a big crowd here tomorrow as it will be the regular season finale, and it will be a playoff preview as the Komets will be taking on the Cincinnati Cyclones, and that's who we will face in the first round. Let's take a break. Come back with our Ruoff Home Mortgage Great Name to Know Player of the Game. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find frank advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OMNIBUY, 855-666-4289.
When you set out to find new roads, you can't do it alone. You need a partner on the journey, one you can count on. More and more people are finding themselves in a Chevrolet for the first time and learning that trying something new can be exciting, empowering, downright exhilarating. See for yourself why Chevrolet is the most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall.
See your Northeast Indiana and Ohio Chevy dealers.
Based on total aggregate recognized industry awards and retail sales share gains 2014 through 2017.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital of Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets, and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Welcome to the Komet Hockey OmniSource Recycled Postgame Show.
Wrapping it up from the Coliseum where the Komets fall 7-3 tonight against the Wheeling Nailers. That gets us down to our Ruoff Home Mortgage Great Name to Know Player of the Game. We'll go with the same guy we gave it to last night, Gabriel Desjardins, with a goal and an assist tonight. That's 5 points in 2 games for Desjardins. He now leads the team in goals scored, and that's what makes him our Ruoff Home Mortgage Great Name to Know Player of the Game with a goal and an assist, Gabriel Desjardins. And that will do it. A great name to know for your next home mortgage is Ruoff Home Mortgage. Komets are back at it tomorrow, 5 o'clock start. It is the regular season finale against the Cincinnati Cyclones, and that will be the team that we face in the first round of the playoffs. So get your tickets. Come on out. We're expecting another big crowd, and we will have an extended post game tomorrow as we will have our end of season awards. So that will do it here from the Coliseum, 7-3, Wheeling over the Komets. I've been your play-by-play announcer, Shea and you've been listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne.
You've been listening to exciting Fort Wayne Komet Hockey. Catch all the action all season long right here on WoWo Radio.
We now rejoin you to regular.
But, Fresno City and other counties are joining us at this point.
FoxNews.com has an article that you've been called a racist and then the B word for opposing the sanctuary law. Who called you that, Ms. Steele?
One of the person. I'm first generation Korean American, and I speak Korean and Japanese my second, and English my third. I was never called as a racist, but you know what? It was racist big B, and that was really amazing. And you know what? People attacked me. One guy called me yesterday, and he said, you know, Orange County is opt out from the state. He wants to opt out from the county. I said, you have a choice. You can do whatever you want. He was screaming at me that, you know what, I'm wasting taxpayers' money. No, actually, state is the one actually brought us into the chaos.
What are you going to do if the state attorney general comes to arrest you?
You know what? I have my husband is a great attorney, and we have a great legal system. And what he's, but Sarah is, doing whatever he's doing is wrong. So I know I'm going to win no matter what.
Well, let me ask you, Gregory Ratz, you have a background in the Marine Corps. The president said he will use the military, if possible, to stop, if need be, to stop this caravan of people. How do you do that?
Absolutely. We got 35,000 troops in Korea protecting that border. Why can't we put a few down on our border? It just doesn't make sense. As I spent 30 years in the Marine Corps, and I've always advocated that why don't we protect our own border? I've had 4 combat tours. We protect all these other countries. Let's protect our own. And just what's going on here in California, Sean, is that over the last 15 years, over 190 bases, shipyards, hospitals, airfields have been shut down in California. This state does not support the military, and I'm very upset with the way our state is going, especially with this resolution. But there's a bunch of citizens heading down to the border as we speak to ensure that this caravan does not cross our border.
Listen, I understand the citizens going down there, but, you know, you're looking at a potential for some type of violence down there, and nobody wants to see that. And it's really being precipitated by people from Central American countries, but really the people to blame in all of this would be the Mexican government for allowing this to happen, because Mexico has very strong immigration policies. They throw you in jail, they kick you out of the country, there's no questions asked, and then they lecture America about how we should be handling such things.
Well, we have to look at what's currently going on, and you have to, whether you're left, right, or in the middle, if you are an advocate of border security, you have to be impressed what President Trump has done. He put the pressure on the Mexican government. The Mexican government, it appears that they've broken up that caravan. They had no intention of doing that. What we know is we know that the Mexican government is corrupt. We know that this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We know that they facilitate the smuggling because that money comes back to the Mexican economy. And so when President Trump put that pressure on the Mexican government, they did in fact break that up. And so you have to say he is doing the job that he was elected to do. Now what we have to have is we have to have the Republicans in Congress get behind him and pass the laws that are necessary to close the loopholes that don't allow catch and release anymore. Because even if we do have the National Guard down on the border, if somebody steps 1 foot into the United States illegally, we have to take them into custody. And if we take them into custody, they're going to ultimately be released under the catch and release program. That's where
the problem is you can't let them in the country. That's the issue that is at stake here. Here's what the president said about potentially using the military to guard the border.
And we are going to be doing some things. I've been speaking with General Mattis. We're going to be doing things militarily. Until we can have a wall and proper security, we're going to be guarding our border with the military. That's a big step. We really haven't done that before, or certainly not very much before. But we will be doing things with Mexico, and they have to do it. Otherwise, I'm not going to do the NAFTA deal. NAFTA's been fantastic for Mexico, bad for us. We've had our car plants moved to Mexico, many of them. We make tremendous numbers, millions of cars in Mexico that years ago didn't exist. They closed in Michigan, they closed in Ohio, they closed in other places. Now they're starting to move back because of what we've done with regulation and with taxes. They're starting to come back into our country in a big way. But I told Mexico very strongly, you're going to have to do something about these caravans that are coming up. And I just noticed that the caravan now, which is toward the middle of Mexico, coming up from Honduras, is breaking up very rapidly. That's because Mexico has very strong immigration laws, as we should have. We should have those laws. We don't have. We have immigration laws that are laughed at by everybody. And it's got to be changed. We need the wall, we need the protection, and we have to change our immigration laws at the border and elsewhere.
The great irony, Michelle, is that Mexico deals with illegal immigration in a much harsher manner than we do. I mean, they kick people out immediately, or they put them in jail and then kick them out. And then they lecture America on how we need to be have open borders.
Isn't that amazing? But you know what? We should look at the situation with our critical eye on our immigration system has to be updated and fixed. And President Trump is actually doing a great job because he wants to withhold financial aid to Mexico, Honduras, and other Central Americas who send all these illegal aliens and drugs to United States. And that's a good thing, and he wants to deal with the NAFTA. You know what? And then he demands Congress to act now. I think this is the opportunity that Congress to take action right now to fix it. Of course, as an immigrant, as a first-generation immigrant, we welcome refugees and immigrants, but there always need to be go through, thorough.
How many years did it take you and your family to get into this country legally, Michelle?
I came in as a student, and it took 3 years for me. So, you know what? But they went through really thorough, that all my background check, and that has to be done. But every person coming into the United States is who they say they are is the most important, because I always go back to the public safety. You cannot just bring everybody in, especially people just walking in across Mexico border. That's not going to work. So we really have to fix the immigration.
More with Michelle Steele, more with Brandon Judd, and more with Gregory Rass, all coming up here. Sarah Carter has some new developments as it relates to Deep State Gate. That's at the bottom of the hour. Then Kayleigh McEnany and Jeff Lord will check in with us. 800-941-SEAN is our toll-free number. You want to be a part of the program. We have an amazing show tonight on Hannity. I'll tell you all about that straight ahead.
Hannity with clarity in confusing times. And daily updates from Jamie Dupree, the most connected man in D.C. Now, more than ever, we need Hannity.
John Hannity.